So today we have a retired Navy SEAL.
Navy SEAL.
No, we have a retired Navy. We have Alejandro today with us. We have Alex.
Welcome back, by the way, guys.
We have
GhettoRig
Eddie.
episode number 50.
Are you gonna let me finish the intro or what, Jay? I thought you wanted
51.
me to do this.
51, yeah.
Welcome to GhettoRig episode.
Cuts him
51.
off and does it incorrectly. Look at
Yeah,
that.
that's fucked up. GhettoRig episode 501.
501, right?
Yeah,
We had to change
50
the
to
title right
500 real
before.
quick.
All right. So how should we start today?
What's up, bro? How you doing? What'd you do today? You said you were painting your house?
Yeah, I was painting my room. It's like this big, but I was painting, putting caulking in the ceilings, on the floor.
Is it a new property, guys, that you bought?
It's an old property, but I'm trying to renovate the whole house.
Nice. Yeah, that's what I was doing today too. What we started this week.
I mean, you guys are almost done over there, Jay, right?
No, so we're doing the kitchen. So we ripped the kitchen's pretty
We
low.
have pictures, don't we?
Yeah,
Pictures
yeah.
you want to show?
Yeah, sure. I don't care.
Show.
Yeah, you can just put it up to the camera. Like, I'll just zoom in.
Or just send them through Discord and I can pull them up.
Yeah, I'll send them to Discord.
I was with the house, yeah. It's a whole lot of work, but I got time, I guess.
Yeah.
How old is the house?
Shit, 20,
20 years? That's not bad.
maybe 15
Shit.
years, maybe.
I think my house was like in the 70s.
Oh, so it's a relatively new house,
Yeah,
like
it's
comparative to
I
others.
think I'm not 100% sure.
Got you.
I know somebody died there.
Oh,
Shit.
shit. That
Hey,
shit's haunted. Huh?
As long as the bones are good, that's all you need. Everything else is cosmetic.
Yeah, I know, but it's pretty new, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm fixing it around. I used to work painting, so, I'm efficient.
Yeah. So you probably did that real quick. So first thing I'm thinking of is, so Miguel told me he used to stream, and I was started playing Diablo today. You playing?
Diablo.
Diablo 4 came
New
out.
one? No, I don't play like those type of games. I play like Warzone. Or
I
like,
feel you.
like
This is the first game I'm trying to, not first, but this is one of the handful of games that I'm trying to get into that are like that. I'm more like you, that I like first person shooters, playing Call of Duty, Apex, Tarkov, stuff like that.
yeah, he was.
Yet I try to
League
get
of
it.
Legends. Like,
I tried to get Eddie into Ground Branch, and he was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna try out this Diablo thing."
I know. You're right. But what tempted me more is to just be like me and you in Ground Branch versus like the whole squad's playing Diablo.
Very true.
And it's a new game. It looks really nice. I'll say that much.
I haven't seen the trailer.
Oh, it's
You have to
fun.
show me.
And it is pretty fun. I only got to play for like 45 minutes just now. Like
It's
I
also-
literally just downloaded it.
It's very graphically intense. Like you saw earlier, you said your PC was getting like super hot.
Well, my PC was kicking only during character fucking creation, bro. I noticed that. I was during the cutscenes, no problem.
Once you
Like
start
under
getting all
50
those
C.
effects, it's gonna be even worse.
Under 50
Because
C.
it was pixelating all those pores on your
I
face.
guess. I don't
That's
fucking
zoomed
know.
up.
And he's moving like side to side. Like how much fucking movement is on the screen to be fucking blasting that shit?
What did you name that character?
Fuck. What did I name him?
Top
Oh,
J.
yeah,
Top
Top
J.
J. I named him
Top
J.
J.
That's what I'm talking about.
You
Yeah.
say top G or top K?
Top J.
Top
J.
J.
Yeah, that's what
J.
we call Jay.
Because that's what we call J.
Ah.
Or I could have named him Cinderblock.
Yeah.
That's his jujitsu name.
You should have named it Top J Cinder Blockius. You know?
Like a proper Diablo
Yeah.
name.
And can you make it look like you?
You can do with the customer.
Did you make him look like me?
Like character creation, but it's not really like that in depth like other games.
I mean, it's pretty good though.
It's good,
For
but
what
it's,
Diablo is, it's
I
very
never.
good.
This is the first time I played Diablo, so
They kind of trap you to certain body styles and face shapes because of the different armors or to the different classes that you can play.
I'm just sad there's no boob slider.
What?
What other shooters do you play like besides Call of Duty?
PUBG. I started with PUBG, and then I moved to Warzone. But then Warzone 1, like, they took off the map Reaper. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Yeah, no, I played all of Warzone.
Yeah, they
Warzone
too.
1, and I got into Warzone 2. I started actually Warzone 1. I played since like the second season.
Second
It's
season.
Call of
Yeah.
Duty, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played since like the second season. I played it since I had like my PlayStation 4. Is when I
Are
started.
you on a console or a PC?
PC.
PC.
I don't like consoles.
I'm just
Yeah,
good at multiplayer, but I can't do battle royale. I suck at battle royale.
There's a different kind of just game style like you have to
Exactly.
go with.
I'm just so aggressive.
You have to think of it this way: like there is just that one life mentality. It's like that. Like people, for example, I've noticed a lot of people who like search and destroy really, really like battle royales for the same
But I
reason
like
that it's
search
just
and
like
Hold
one
up,
hike.
I've seen Miguel completely wipe on Apex. That's a
No,
battle royale.
no. Doesn't mean he's not good at it. Doesn't mean he's not good at it. Miguel, especially at Apex, is a monster.
Have
Right?
you
That
have you
update.
played any of those games on a PC when everyone else and their mother is using like cheat codes to shoot walls, God mode?
Yeah,
There's a
Warzone
lot
all
of
the
Oh,
time.
That's
Apex.
That's just
It's-
that's
it's
just
in-
competitive gaming.
Yeah, I was
Period.
about to say you're gonna have cheating in almost any competitive gaming, well, even if it's not shooting.
Even
Like
if it's
any-
just a fun game, people modify it just to fucking fuck around.
Yeah, like GTA.
Yeah,
GTA, yeah.
Yeah.
Saints
Anything that
Row
has
the
any
Third,
kind of-
I feel like mods wise, that's one of the games that started it.
Yeah, that game came
Nah,
out.
bro, they were
2010.
modding games back when the first shooters came out.
Oh,
First,
yeah,
like
yeah,
in
for sure.
Counter Strike, and then the very first.
Yeah.
CS:GO 2 is supposed to be coming out this summer.
I want to play that.
Yeah.
I want to play it too.
Okay, so you're
I
gonna
was
get
watching
CS?
someone
Yeah,
build
I'll play
hacks
CS.
for CS:GO, but it was like fake hacks that they were giving out for free. That would literally
I
make
saw
you
that.
lose the
Oh,
game,
I
throw your
saw that
gun
shit.
out, like
Just
you get
make
set
you
on
walk off
fire
the map-
randomly.
off the map and shit like
Yeah.
that. That shit was funny as fuck.
Which, if you're trusting
He-
someone to give
he
out
even-
hacks for free, that's your problem.
And he even set it up in the sense where he was recording all of the times
Yeah.
that people were killing themselves.
So, what do you guys think? Because I've been seeing a lot since we're all friends on Instagram, and I'm sure these reels come up. Some once in a while, we'll get the reels that come up. These kids will like draw an X on a fucking screen, and they're saying that this is actually.
You're basically just putting a still crosshair in the middle of your screen. Guess what? Almost all gaming monitors that are new today have a gaming crosshair that you can just turn on your monitor. I'm sure that even
Yeah.
this one, this
People do
fucking
that.
old ass BenQ,
I did
probably
that for
has it
Rust.
too. Yeah, in
no,
games
what
like
the
Rust, it's gonna be
question is-
helpful.
Question is, does it help?
Not really.
If it's a game that doesn't have a built-in cursor and you have a monitor that does have that,
For example,
Yes,
it probably
it's
could
an
be a little
advantage.
bit helpful in a game like Rust.
CS:GO.
CS:GO too, with
Yeah.
your without the aiming down the sight, yes.
But in CS:GO,
You always know
can't
where your
you,
gun's aiming.
Can't you? Oh yeah, yeah. I guess
you
when
have
you're
your own
ADSing
crosshair,
and stuff
but,
like that.
but
Yeah.
when you're also when you're using the op, for example, it doesn't give you a crosshair, so you kind of have to guess where the center is.
You
I
can
get-
change it in the game though.
I was about to say that all the crosshairs for when you're from hipfire, yeah, you can just change them.
No,
And-
but you can't do hip fire with the op. It automatically eliminates the crosshair for you.
Oh right, it's not that it automatically eliminates it; it's that it's this fucking wide.
No, no, no,
Because
no,
of
no,
the
no.
hitbox.
For CS:GO, it eliminates it.
Really?
Yeah,
I know that.
there's no crosshair.
Oh, I'm thinking of Valorant. I'm
Yeah,
thinking
no,
of
in
Valorant.
there's
Yeah,
Valorant.
that's the. I was like, what's the CS:GO clone that said that's okay? If Valorant was like, that is not cheating.
Mhm.
If you have that software or you put
Technically,
something on
you
your.
could say that it was Overwatch because with Widowmaker, you also still get a crosshair and you could do, quick scoping.
But yeah, in games that don't provide crosshairs or the crosshairs are a little like they're a little wonky for in the sense like depending on different guns they open up and because they have different spreads, right? Like different hipfire spread for a gun. It can be helpful. Like for example, I use it in Rust because it's hella helpful because nothing has any kind of ADS like iron sights unless you're using an actual gun. Like if you're shooting a fucking bow and arrow, it's like a bow and arrow in real life. Like you have to look at not fucking down your hand like this. So the crosshair can fucking help. Or like I've tried using it in Tarkov, but Tarkov is too realistic that even your shooting is not really in the center of the screen because it thinks of it as you're looking through the person's eye, which actually they have it set up to where it's looking through your the right eye of a person. When you shoot, it actually like has like that trajectory where the alignment of the gun and your eye is not the same. So it's not like your eye's looking at the middle of the screen, but when your gun's pointing, it's not.
That sounds too complicated.
It is very complicated. That's why in Tarkov it's like almost not impossible to hip fire because guys that play a lot, that's actually what they do mostly is hip fire, but they just learn their.
You
spot.
gotta build your gun to be
Yeah.
able to have the ergonomics to be able to not fly all over the place and hopefully have a good laser.
Yes, and
But
that's
also
a
with
lot of
Tarkov, you get shot in the arms and then your aim's going off,
Yeah,
like
unless
you're
you're PK.
wobbling.
And even
Yeah.
if you're PK, which is painkiller, you have painkillers in the game. Which even if you're painkillered, some painkillers cause a tremor. So your person's more stable than if it were to have like a broken arm. Because with the broken arm, the aim is just all over the place. Like you literally can't aim unless you're painkillered if you have a broken arm. But like even with the painkiller, it adds on a tremor effect, so you're like slightly shaking. The game is mad realistic.
So I got a
You
question.
can also OD. Like if you take multiple morphines back to
shit.
back to back, you die.
I didn't know that.
Well,
Yeah.
what it does is it dehydrates you and takes away your food so much, and basically will just kill you.
Yeah.
So I got a question. So all of these games, right? Like all of these military games, and you're from Navy. Did any of them get even close to the actual experience?
Shit, I'm always in the Navy. That's like army stuff.
Mhm.
But I don't know about shooting.
Because I know, I know, so there's some modern warfare. Like if you're playing the gameplay, like they are going like back and forth from land to sea, from sea to land. You know what I mean? Like, does that even translate or not? Not so much.
My experience, I don't know,
Mm.
because I was in a ship, so like it's different type of environment. So we train different. We train close spaces. They train like in the field or whatever. But I don't know if he translates. I never played Tarkov, but
Yeah.
any of the what the other game, Rust.
Rust.
Rust. Well, no, Rust isn't really like an FP. I mean, it's a first-person game, but it's not really a first-person shooter. Like, it's like a
Just
survival.
crafting survival.
Yeah, it's a crafting survival kind of thing that they put you on this map with a bunch of other people, and like every certain servers will wipe every couple days, certain servers wipe monthly. It's just random, and then like
You try to build
think
a
of it like
base
this
and
way.
Minecraft.
There you go. That's exactly
Yeah.
what I was gonna say. Literally, you took the words out of my mouth. That's exactly.
except
what
for
I'm
if
saying.
you
Minecraft
don't
for
turn on
adults.
a slider, there's tits and like full penis.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
when you spawn, you're a normal person. You're butt ass naked. Yeah, it automatically picks the character for you. Like that doesn't actually matter. But yeah, full tits and dick out for whatever they pick for you. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I played Tarkov once.
Yeah?
Nah, man, this is. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't got no friends that play this.
Yeah.
I'm the
Well,
one that's-
I mean, I'll play. I'll teach you. I'd be willing to teach you.
Shit.
They'll be
right?
able to teach you. I despise
Yeah.
the game. I wish I could
Miguel
refund
hates
it, but I
it.
can't.
But if you'd be
It's-
willing to, if you'd be willing to learn, I'd teach you.
it's too realistic for me.
So
And I'm just
talk
not good
about-
at it.
Talking about the newest Star Wars game, did you see that?
Yeah.
It's completely open.
Outlaw.
Outlaws,
Open,
yeah.
yeah, it's open world where you
Yeah.
can fucking take a spaceship and go out into the fucking galaxy and just fly
and
around.
go all over the place. I will say this: I am a little disappointed on the product we got, in the sense that it looks great. The gameplay looks great. It looks well produced. I like what they're doing, but what the rumors were kind of pointing towards was something a little different, in the sense that you were going to be able to like pick your own style character and embark on like your own path. This seems to be very like it's chosen for you. It's still an open world, but think of it as like when you go into play GTA, like there's a storyline that's straight up picked out for you.
So that's actually a different game
Really,
that you're talking about.
really,
Yeah.
okay. So
This
you getting my
was
hopes
this
up.
was
Don't do
already
it.
on
Don't
the
do it.
yeah this was already on the docket. Like
Okay,
that
okay.
game, you're supposed to be able to go through the Jedi Order and shit like that,
Yeah.
and like it's supposed to be like Old Republic but in the New Age.
Okay,
Oh, can you
Okay.
do role play with that? Like,
I would assume
Yeah.
so. I would assume so.
Like
They're
you,
gonna-
you're supposed to be able to build out your character, and it's not like it's gonna be like you have to hop between worlds instead of like flying in this outlaw game, but
this would be a
the
Mandalorian.
worlds will be.
Are you
that
a
might
Star
be
Wars
it.
fan?
Nah,
No.
I watched the Mandalorian movie because of my ex-roommate. He was watching it, and I was just there. I just started watching it. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like their religion.
Yeah, it's interesting.
A lot of non-Star Wars fans like Mandalorian.
Yeah, because you don't.
That's exactly how I got into
What?
Star
Because
Wars.
especially if you're a dude, this is like an action pack. There's like a fucking storyline.
It's a space western.
The guy goes
a
through
space
fucking
western,
trials and
yeah.
tribulations. You know.
You
what I
don't
mean?
really have to understand Star Wars at all to enjoy it. You just
Yeah.
can go and watch it.
Right.
It's got big monsters in it. Like what
I mean,
else do you want?
You're clearly gonna miss out on 1,000 things by not knowing Star Wars, but you still will enjoy it.
Yeah.
Only thing I
Ignorance
know-
is a bliss, bro. Like I don't know shit about Star Wars. When I watch Mandalorian, I enjoy it. I don't
But
give
you
a
don't.
shit.
But you can't say ignorance is a bliss in that sense, because I definitely enjoy it way more than you do.
I
That's
got
fine.
into it. I got into it because I started looking at the Mandalorian, and then they were mentioning characters that were from the past. So I started digging into their Wikipedia, and then this character is related to this character. So I had to look up what this character is until I basically had a gist of what was going
Bro,
on.
that shit happened to me with Marvel and their characters.
Yeah, they'll do
Like,
that.
I went
Art
down a
says there's a
fucking
weird
rabbit hole.
echo that comes and goes.
Weird.
A weird echo.
Especially who's
and there.
talking. Like when who's talking. Like if you can give us who's talking when you get the echo.
Can anyone else hear it too?
It's weird because the only thing that should be in.
He's high on paint thinner from today.
Yeah. Anybody else? Natalie, if you could let us know if you hear that as well. Maybe Art's ears are just going out.
Is that your phone, Eddie?
Yeah, that was my phone. I'm trying to go to the stream and see if I can pick up on it.
Yeah. So.
But no, I agree with Eddie what he was saying because like when you watch it, you enjoy it, right? Because it's such good base level content. But like when we watch it, we're like, oh shit, that could be that because we know the lore.
Yo,
and
and you know what's
history.
funny? You know what I was thinking about today? I'm literally on the toilet thinking of this. Ready? Because I remember when I thought
That's
about
where
it.
the best ideas come from.
I thought about it,
And your girl's like,
it's
he's
because
probably
it's
cheating,
because
talking
no,
to the other girls, he's on the
no,
toilet
it's
shit,
because
thinking about
I
my
saw
girl.
a trailer
He's
for
out there getting
Ahsoka.
ideas.
I saw the newest trailer they released for Ahsoka, and I thought in my brain, and I went, damn. When they first released that they were gonna do Ahsoka, I was not excited at all. I thought this was gonna be a waste of their resources. I thought they could have done something way better. But now that I've gone and watched Clone Wars, I'm like waiting for it. I'm so fucking ready to watch Ahsoka. So Ahsoka is
The blue,
the-
like pigtail.
she's
chick,
the
right?
only Padawan that Anakin had. So aka Darth Vader.
I'm not like an idiot.
Darth Vader.
Oh, I am your father.
But before he was Vader, because he as Vader he had other people he trained. But before he was Vader, when he was a Jedi still, he trained Ahsoka Tano. Well, not well, took her under his wing.
Okay.
So-
I'll have to watch that.
Yeah.
So, but the only reason I know it is because I'm watching Clone Wars, which is a cartoon, and it's hard to get into because
Related? Like the
everything,
Everything
everything,
is related, yeah.
everything,
The Mandalorian?
Yep.
everything.
Yep.
Oh.
All
This is
that
what
shit
I'm
is
saying,
related.
bro. Like, there's just too much shit. I just watched Mandalorian. I enjoyed it. Call it a day, bro.
Oh, bro, if you go and look at the time, the other day I went and looked at it, the timeline, it basically breaks apart every single Star Wars thing that is canon and puts it into like every content you need to watch if you want to know the whole story. And it's a lot of fucking content.
It's like
Yeah, Disney Plus has that and the Marvel movies in chronological order with all the shows and everything you need to watch.
I'm gonna pull up. I know
It's a lot.
we were talking about it earlier, and I didn't pull it up, but also now just so y'all can see, this is the hard
And
work
also, if you watch it in
Jay's doing.
chronological order, you see those
Yeah.
like early 2000 movies,
So,
and then you get to
and-
watch the old movies.
So you were asking.
It could
so-
be.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. I was gonna go into that picture, but you're talking
Okay.
about something else.
No,
I'm going to the picture later.
the Star Wars thing, man. I feel like you should watch it in the way they came out. I feel like, but I also think you do whatever the fuck you want. So, but I think you should watch it the way it came out. It was done like that for a reason.
I mean, it was done like that because that's what they had at the time.
Well, no. When it first came out, they started with episode number
Three.
four,
Four,
5, and
four.
6.
4, 5, and 6, right?
4, 5, and 6. And then they're like, well, because when that first came out, I was still in Lithuania, bro. We're talking about 22
you have to
plus
think
years.
about it. George Lucas has this brain, and he, from the get, when he created this story, had the idea when he,
Yeah, he wanted Space Samurai, and he made it.
There you go. No, but like he knew, or so Vader was this person. It's supposed to be, okay. So Luke is the main character at that time when 4 came out.
Yeah.
So he knew, okay, I'm gonna make this guy the main character. The main antagonist will also be his father, right? And then knowing in the sense that was a big secret that only a few people knew until the end, right? What's it called? Knowing that there could be prequels in the sense that episode 1, 2, and 3. It was set up like that for a reason. And I think that if you're gonna go and I've seen the videos of Mark Hamill talking about when they tell him, they show him the script. They literally just give him a piece of paper, like the line, I am your father thing. And they told him, keep it a secret, nobody knows, blah blah blah. That's for a reason. They set it up like that and for a reason. I feel.
No, I know what you're saying, but like when the 4, 5, 6 came out, I was in Lithuania and I was renting the fucking VHS back then. You know, it wasn't so.
You had to go to what was your blockbuster called over there?
That's
I don't
funny. We had a
fucking
guy on a
remember,
bicycle.
in
bro.
the mountains of Caucasus.
Yeah, Star Wars: The New Hope came out in 1977.
77.
There
yeah.
you go. No,
I
always
always know it's 77
like
because I have a shirt. Well, it's not Emily's shirt, but I had a shirt that was a 77 on it. It was like a Star Wars shirt.
So which one came out
Don't you
first,
love
Star
when you
Trek
just lose your
or
article
Star
of
Wars?
clothing?
Star Trek might be older than Star Wars.
Who's a Trekkie in the chat? Let us know, guys.
My father would know instantly. He would know it so fucking fast.
Because they look similar. I don't know, but it seems like what do you call it? The one you're talking about has more history behind it. It's deeper. Star Wars.
I don't know.
I
Star
never-
Trek is a
yo,
lot
if
of
yeah,
content.
Star Trek is
because
a
it's a
lot.
show. It's a show. You have to think about it like that. Like for example, what you get in one movie is you have to think of it as like, oh, one season, right? It's a show. There's a lot more time that they're actually putting into giving you
I didn't know what
content.
the show.
The
Like,
Star
what's
Trek.
Star Trek
television
first
Trek.
aired in '66.
There you go.
Oh,
I thought it would have probably been older.
Oh,
It is a show first, and like
40
multiple-
fucking years
Think of it
of
as
shows,
think
bro.
of it as Dragon Ball. In the sense there's like Dragon Ball, then Dragon Ball GT, then Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z. Like think of it like that. That's how it started.
They
It
have a
kept going.
fuck ton of movies, like old movies, before
Yeah.
you even get into the new reboot
Uh-huh.
movies.
I don't like old movies.
Yeah.
I don't
And
know.
apparently, yeah, it did influence in 1977 the beginning of Star Wars.
I'm sure it
Yeah.
100% did.
Which
Yeah.
is funny because when you come around to the Star Trek reboot with the new movies, they take a lot of influence from Star Wars.
Oh, and the
They make them a
movie
lot
sets,
more
yeah,
action heavy. They quit worrying about like the more drama side
I
of
was gonna
Star
say
Trek.
I remember watching a lot of Star Trek with my father, and it's a lot of talking. It's a lot
Yeah.
of politics and talking.
Yeah.
There's
And
another
a lot
one.
of zoom, and then he goes and talks to someone, zoom, and so he talks to someone else.
Well, there's the other one was the Stargate that didn't really like it caught on, but not so much because that shit ton of
Stargate was popular.
Yeah, it started with a movie and then went into the fucking show.
You also had Battlestar Galactica.
Battlestar Galactica
back then,
that
too.
was done.
I
Yeah.
don't know any of those. I don't know. Star
Old
Wars and
sci-fi shows.
Wasn't that a video game?
Sounds like a video game, yeah.
Might have been. They
So
might have made a game
you
after
You
it.
don't play
Or
anything
am I
else except
thinking
for
of
COD
Galaga?
and PUBG? Nothing else at all?
Console, PC. You said PC. You said.
I
PC.
stopped playing for like 6 months ago before I leave the military.
Yeah.
And they came out
Wait,
with
you
one-
just started in military or you were done with
I
military?
just finished.
Oh, you just
last
finished.
month, yeah.
So it was 4 years.
4 years, 4 months, and like a couple days. Yeah.
And
You
that-
retired or you gonna sign another contract?
No, I already retired. Like I don't.
You're
done.
retired,
Yeah,
retired, you're
I'm
done?
Why? Like, let me ask you this: Why didn't you want to continue?
For
No.
me, it's like I'm young. Like I'm 25, so like I want to live life. Maybe go to college or something. Like get a job. I don't want to go around the world. My back hurts. My knees hurts. Then whenever I'm 30, I'll go out and all I did for the Navy is for the Navy is not gonna help me out. At least for my job.
Mm-hmm.
Like different jobs, different work. But at least my job is gonna help the Navy, not me.
I
So,
see what
like,
you're saying.
So I'm thinking about getting
What
a
were you doing on the ship?
retail specialist.
Retail specialist?
Yes.
What? I'm retarded. What is that? Sorry, not the. Well, we're not on Twitch, so.
There are
it
like
doesn't
different names.
Wow.
Really fancy names to jobs. So like basically, I was in charge of laundry and cheap store storage.
matter. You know what? My buddy did something like that. He's right now in charge of the.
That is a fancy ass name.
Yeah, it's like a fancy name.
Yeah, he works for Air Force. He's enlisted like 4 times, and he's like head of the storage, basically, like handing out like gear, handing out whatever
Yeah, they got
people
different
need.
departments. So like
Mhm.
my department was in charge of the laundry and then cheap store because we have a little cheap
Mm.
store in this shit.
Do they assign you to that shit, or you kind of like, oh, I want to go here?
You gotta apply for it and then you see if you qualify for it, and then you might get the job because sometimes it's a quota they have to fill. If they need people for that position, maybe they give you like $15,000 or $20,000.
Extra or whatever.
Yeah, so you sign the paper. So it depends. Depends
So they
if you
kind of
have-
motivate you with money more than anything, right? It's not like, oh, sorry, you didn't qualify for this, but you can't qualify for
Yeah,
that.
this
Well,
is
yeah,
always a job for
I mean,
somebody.
money motivates anybody.
Yeah,
So-
you got a free Hellcat.
It's kind of just in the sense like you look at it. Someone's got to scrub toilets. Someone's got to do this. Someone's got to do
Yeah.
that. Nobody wants to sign up for it. All right, here's $20,000 for this.
Yeah, but
Okay.
shit, like I want to fucking stare down the little radar thingy of the fucking rocket that's gonna just bloop.
Think about it. It's about ranks.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
the motherfucker is E5 that's cleaning toilets is making the same money that somebody's looking at Raiders. But when you get out is whenever you see the difference because you got more experience with Raiders. So you work in an environment where they pay you more.
Yeah, yeah,
So it depends what job you take. If you want to get a career, do it for 20 years, it's like the easiest job.
Let me ask you this: what was the ratio between men and women on the ship?
Maybe like 70-30, 60-30.
Okay,
Sometimes
Okay.
you can tell if they're women or guys.
it was kind of like dry season, but not so much dry season. There were more guys than girls.
Was there a lot of circle jerking over there?
So I got a
I was
question. Did
sleeping.
you come in through a recruiter or did you just sign up yourself?
So my plan was I come to this country, go to school, finish school, join the Navy. Like I didn't have nothing else planned or nothing at the beginning. But then I was like,
You came from Cuba, right?
No.
Honduras.
Honduras.
Yeah. I met him in school.
Mhm.
I don't think we ever talk about me joining the Navy. I don't know.
So, how old were you when you came from Honduras?
17. I
Oh
joined
shit! So
18.
you were about the same age as I when I came to the United States.
Something. I don't know where you came. So.
No, I came from Lithuania, but I was 18 when I came here, and like at that time we're like applying to get our documents and things like that through the lawyer, and they're like, oh, somebody said, well, if you go to Navy, they'll help you. Well, if you go to military, they'll help you. So I went to the military. That was right before the 9/11, right? And they're like, yeah, we can help you if you have a green card. Like, we can help you with a citizenship. And at that point, I was like, well, what the fuck? Like, I'm trying to get the green card. Like, I don't care about the citizenship. If I got a green card, I can get the citizenship. Like, that makes no sense. So that's why I didn't go.
Yeah, they told me something like that because I was gonna join the Marines, but they say I can't join because I wasn't a citizen.
Yes.
I don't know if that's true or not.
Huh.
Yeah, that's the same thing they told me. I couldn't join Air Force or Army or Marines because I wasn't a citizen.
That's why I joined the Navy because I didn't want to wait for my citizenship and
Mm-hmm.
too much work, and I was I'm gonna join the Navy and then.
That's interesting. I didn't know they required to be like a U.S. citizen to join the Marines.
No, you're not
I don't know if
citizen.
it's
You have to
true.
be a green card holder. Well,
Oh,
back
a
in the
green
day
card,
when I
okay.
was done, you had to be a green card holder,
I
and
see.
they would have helped you to get your citizenship because you went to the army. Like you'd have been expedited, basically.
Mickey,
What's up?
hit a +5 DP on that or like do +3 actually +3 on the input on that stream mix input, and then Emily said it's a little low.
So,
On the Go
So
XLR,
so
no,
you,
do it on OBS.
OBS Stream Mix.
Yeah,
so you did that. So you joined the Navy. You started with the Navy.
if I
you
go
know,
any
you
higher
had
on the
your
Go
job,
XLR,
whatever you had.
it'll have
Any
some
crazy
static.
stories that you can talk about?
I mean, I don't know what kind of story you want to hear, like a funny
Good.
story.
Let me tell you. So, friend of ours, good friend of ours, he used to be in the Navy, and he's much older now. It's just like 20 years back, and he had some crazy ass fucking stories. Stories like he was actually like he was in charge of like steering the ship,
Oh,
I
yeah,
guess,
that's what I did.
and then he fucking fell asleep, and like captain like wake up, and they're fucking
Oh,
running
yeah.
into a rock.
I know somebody fell asleep on the ship. That happens really often. Like, it's not supposed to happen. But like, people
Oh shit.
I know a girl that fell asleep for like 5 minutes. She was, of course, like 15, 20 degrees. And then they just woke her up. Nothing happened. They didn't tell her nothing. She just kept driving. Then we got another guy. He fell asleep. Because we have watches. Whenever you stand in the ship, somebody driving, somebody port side, somebody starboard side, somebody aft lookout. So they have to be looking with
Binoculars. or
binoculars,
whatever.
yeah. Even though we have radars,
All
sometimes
the time?
radars off. Yeah, all the time, 24/7.
Oh my gosh.
So
Okay.
Can you
somebody has
imagine
to-
how boring that shit is,
Dude,
bro?
that
Staring
sounds
through a
miserable.
fucking binocular for 24
How-
hours.
You don't have to stare at the binoculars.
But you
like-
just you have to chill up there,
Yeah.
keep a lookout every so often.
Yeah, you have to be awake. Like,
For how long?
He says that.
5 hours.
And then
4
it
hours,
changes.
Depends how many how many people in the division. It'd be like 4 people. You got the port side, starboard side, aft lookout. You got the person that's driving. They rotate every hour, and then you got the person that bossmate or the watch, as they call it. The person that talks in the 1MC. Talks in the 1MC. 1MC is the speaker they use around the ship. So they be saying when it's lunchtime, when it's dinner time, sleeping time, lights out, all that. So they have like 5 people in lookout. So if you have 25 people in a division, you have 5 different what do you call it?
Shifts.
Sections.
Mm.
You have 5 different sections, and then they are rotate every 5 hours.
So let me ask you this, because it is a ship, right? Like, so you're gonna get bunch of people of different nationalities and backgrounds and things like that. does the ship itself like click up, like these people kind of chill together, these people gonna, or is it more like we're all on this fucking ship, we're all stuck together, we just like fucking do
No,
our
we
thing?
all together, but you always gonna have somebody that you talk to more, you know.
Yeah. But it's
There's
not like,
always-
okay, I'm just hanging out with Cubans, or like I'm just hanging out with Venezuelans, I'm just hanging out with.
Nah. There's something they have in the military. It's Filipino gang. If you're Filipino in the Navy, I guess there is a gang or something like they help each other. It's not like Latinos. Latinos don't really help each other or like other people. But Filipinos, they help each other a lot.
Like
So
doing.
like somebody got in trouble, a Filipino got in trouble. You don't know him, but he's Filipino. You got him.
I see
So
what you're
like
saying.
I
it's
got
all
your back.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got your back. And then, cause we have different jobs. Each job is like a small group. So
Mm-hmm.
each job, maybe my job we have like 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
Another division that has another job maybe have like 20, 30 people. So like it's different groups.
Mm.
So like
So as far as the basic training went, right? Like how was that? Is it similar to
that was
army?
easy, you know.
Yeah.
I don't like to run. That's the only hard part. Running. Other than that, you just they tell you to wake up, you wake up. Tell you to jump, you jump. And then you just have to follow what they say. That's it. It's not like the army.
So is there like an actual feud between Marines and Navy and on when they're both on the same boat?
I never been in a boat with Marines, but I know they don't
Okay.
get along. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
have
they
their
eat
own-
crayons, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be very difficult.
See,
Why do
see,
they-
that's what I heard.
Marines
The
are
Marines,
crazy,
a Marine told me that they hate the Navy. Air Force is fine. They're just pretentious assholes. And
Marines
then
are
I've
crazy.
heard from I've heard from a Navy person that they're just grunters that eat
Crayon.
doo doo. Yeah.
Marines hate Army, Army hate Marines and Navy, but all of the military hates the Air Force.
Why? 'Cause the Air Force
They're
thinks they're like the
pampered.
best.
Yeah, because they go to a 5-star hotel whenever they go to boot camp or whatever.
But then for you also to get into the Air Force, you really need to like score really high on like tests
you can
and
be
shit,
a
right?
mechanic or culinary specialist, the same job. You don't
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
like
yeah.
do something like that sounds nice. Like you hear retail specialist, oh my god, a retail specialist. But once you do the job, it doesn't sound nice.
Bro, you tell me Best Buy used to put like fancy ass names to their shit too. Like I was the Microsoft, what was it? Microsoft specialist. Bro,
So you basically
all
selling
I knew
laptops?
was just how to fucking sell you some basic ass computers. I didn't know shit about the actual software about Microsoft. This was like, I mean, I knew more than the average person.
Well,
But
see, because they have to do that because it's the way it sounds for somebody that's trying to get a job, right? Like that, you have to look at it from there. Like somebody's gonna say, "Oh, you're gonna be the custodian," you know what I mean? They're like, "Fuck no, I don't want to do this job. Nobody gonna apply." But you put that shit retail specialist, you know what I
damn,
mean?
that's a
know,
sexy title. I'm
that's
gonna put that on
actually-
my Tinder bio.
That's actually a position for the RSS custodian, ship store custodian, bulkhead custodian. We have like different names for that, but it used to be SH. I don't know ship. I don't know what SH means, but I know RS means retail specialist. They changed the name.
I got you.
They have different names now. Like CS is culinary specialist, the people that cook.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy.
That, I bet that would have been fucking interesting.
Nah. They're working hours.
So
Some people
were
got
you
8 hours in.
were you only on one boat or were you on multiple boats?
I was in only one boat.
Okay.
Cause
How big was the boat?
It's a small boat, the destroyer.
It's a destroyer.
Yeah, those are the.
Well,
Not the
it's really
smallest.
small, but it's fast as shit, though, right?
No, the old ones are actually faster than new ones, but with the technology we have now, like it's pretty fast, it's pretty heavy too. So depends how many missiles it has.
How big was the boat?
I don't know the specific dimension, but I know it's pretty small compared to the carrier.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
Carrier's
small.
like
Carrier's
big.
fucking massive.
You get in a carrier, you get lost.
How
Oh
many
my
people
God.
did you have on the boat?
355 or something like that.
Oh, there's a lot of fucking people.
I was gonna say, it's still gotta be a big fucking boat.
Did you like meet everyone on a boat or not really?
Yeah, I met everybody. I know everybody because of my job.
Ah, that's right. That makes sense.
Yeah, everybody wanna be my friend because I got snacks or.
And the
Yeah.
plug, you got the
Hey,
plug
you
in
got
the
snacks?
ship.
There's no snacks in the ship drawer, but I got some in the back.
Yeah, bro.
Hey,
I
no-
got
nobody-
snacks. What you gonna do for me?
Hey,
Nah, snacks
nobody
are
wants to be a
currency.
custodian,
Snacks
but they
are
want to be
currency,
friends
yeah.
with a
Currency.
custodian.
So what is the? Damn, this is
It's like
you,
$10
you don't have
for
to.
a Red Bull.
It's like
God,
cigarettes in prison.
You don't have to answer this, but what's the craziest thing you traded?
Videos.
Oh shit! He shared it.
Yes.
He fucking shared it.
Let's go.
I have like 5 gigabytes of videos, bro. Like maybe 10 gigabytes, 10 terabytes of just videos and movies and like stuff and games. Cause like that's currency too. You sell a movie, you get a snack or something, and then
How did you know to get all that shit on the ship?
everybody knows where. If you go on the ship, everybody got 2 phones and a tablet, cause they watch movies in a tablet. And then if one phone doesn't have service or doesn't have space, cause music too. If you have Spotify, that shit goes always after a month. After a month, you don't have music.
Because there's no more connection.
No. So after a month, you don't have music. Maybe you have to like pay for the music, Apple Pay, or download it illegally. But I have music in my hard drive. I have a little hard drive. I don't know where it is now, but I have like 10 terabytes of stuff. That's the currency. It's currency, like $10 for a video.
The hard drive for all the memories. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
4K.
Hey, I won't release his name, but I know a dude that was like over out in the shit, like in the sand, and he was like, "This hard drive, 2 terabytes of porn."
Yeah, that's what they do in the ship. They call it training videos.
Training
not-
video.
Yeah,
Training
it's called
videos.
Yeah, that's what they call them. It's not like PORN. It's training videos. So now whenever I hear it, I just laugh because nobody knows.
God,
That's a
damn,
currency
that's
in the
pretty
ship.
cool.
Yeah.
So did you end up making at least some, little here and there?
I'm not supposed to like sell it. If I was working.
Well, you didn't, right? Like allegedly, you didn't.
No, you can buy it and then sell it, but you can't have it without buying it and sell it. So I bought it for myself, and somebody else wanted it. I sold it for $10. I made like $300.
I get what
one
you're
time.
saying. I get what you're saying. He's not doing nothing under the table. He
No.
was buying his stuff.
It's a loophole.
Yeah.
I know the rules and instruction because if I want to break it or bend it, I have to know it. You have to know the rules to bend them.
So
I found the loophole.
okay, I get what you're saying. I get exactly what you're saying.
Yeah,
So
you
you
s- you
said you were
sell
telling me
everything.
one time when we were talking that you ended up getting a fireman's license, like a license certification thing.
It's not a fireman license.
No, it's like a certification though.
They train everybody in the ship to be a firefighter, but if I see fire, bro, I'm running. I'm jumping in the ship.
Fuck you
Hell
guys.
no.
I'm going into a place where fire doesn't come directly to the water.
Yeah. Imagine being in the middle of nowhere. That kind of.
Have you jumped off?
Is
the,
it better, by the way,
Like,
guys?
were you
to
allowed
sound?
to jump off the edge?
Yeah, we actually did. We have a swim call in the middle of nowhere in Hawaii. It was like nice day, and then everybody jumped, and I was like, bro, I'm not jumping in the water, man. Because if there's a shark and the shark bites you, they're gonna shoot you, then the shark,
Why?
so you don't suffer.
Oh.
Mercy.
Yeah, mercy.
And that fucking water's cold as shit.
I don't know. Hawaii is pretty cool. We went to Hawaii. We just stopped in the middle of nowhere, and the captain was like,
Ooh.
"Hey, we're gonna have a swim call, so take your turns, jump, get your swimsuit." But I didn't jump, man. I was like, nah, man.
How high is it from where they were jumping from?
It's like 2 floors, maybe two. It's from the flight deck. It's 2 floors, but it's a pretty cool experience that I didn't experience. But
Should have jumped.
hell no.
I would have jumped.
Did you ever?
I always take my gamble with the ocean.
I know in the Navy they also
worth
have
it.
like this. I guess you could call it like a ritual whenever they cross the
the
equator
equator,
line.
yeah, I didn't do that one either.
You didn't jump, but you Dude, what? What
You
is
know,
what is wrong with you,
I
bro?
was working every day for 15 hours, and one day they were like, "We're not gonna work today, but we're gonna have this ceremony, and that you can't record it at all. If you record it, you're probably gonna get in big trouble because you sign a pay 13. And if you record it, you get in trouble. But they woke us up at like 7 or 8, and they forgot about us in our little section, or what do you call it?
Quarters.
Where we sleep.
Quarters,
They
barracks.
forgot about the barracks, I guess. They forgot about us, and they were doing their ritual over there, and then we were you waiting. I was in my bed sleeping, but
Damn.
they were just waiting
Hey.
for everybody to come for us because somebody's supposed to come to the room, open the door, and tell everybody to leave, but nobody came. I got like 4 or 5 hours of sleep that day.
I would have been mad.
That was amazing.
He said, I
So
got
what's
4
the deal
hours
with the
of sleep.
ritual? Why can't you record it?
Cause they hate you. Like
Oh,
they
okay.
do stuff to you. Like they make you go on your knees and crawl and get dirty. They throw water at you. Shit. You should
I
watch it
mean,
on-
either
you
way,
should watch
you've
it
already
live.
signed your rights away to the government, so any recording that you make on government property, they can take from you anyway.
Yeah.
They say that, but you can't use record it and post it. Nobody care. I guess unless it's something important. I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
Like one time we went to Hawaii. And there was an island outside Hawaii.
I see your vape, Mickey.
It wasn't like in the map or nothing. It was just like military base. That shit was
Warning
cool.
next time.
Would you go to Hawaii from California? I'm guessing.
California, yeah.
San
It's pretty
Diego.
nice. Yeah, it was like a whole week of traveling.
Ah, so you were on vacation to Hawaii.
Vacation.
Ah.
You have to work 8 hours and then you got watch 5 hours. And you got watch twice a day. Shit sucks, man.
Did you get to go on land?
Wait, so you
Yeah.
work 18 hours of the day every day?
You work 8 hours from 9 in the morning to 5 p.m. And you have watch
For 5 hours.
5 or 4 hours. Let's say you have watch for 8 to 12. You wake up 7, and then you go watch and finish at 12. And then after 12, you go to work. And after you work, it's 5 p.m. And then you go eat. And then at 7, you have to go again and watch. So, like,
And you get it. Yeah, so 16 hours of work basically, and then 8 hours of sleep. pretty
something
much.
like that. It depends what watch you have.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
have,
yeah,
If
yeah.
you have a watch that happens during your working hours, that's good. But we always rotate every month or every often.
Oh,
So when
hello, my
when you
tia's
do
in
go
here.
on when you do go on land,
Hey, Lynette.
when you do go on land, what'd you get to do? Just pretty much anything you
I
want.
mean, it's like a normal job. I didn't know that. I thought I was gonna sleep in the ship for my whole life.
He was ready for it too.
Nah, the funny thing is that I joined the Navy. I didn't know I was gonna go in a ship. So they took me to the ship, and I was like, "What the fuck am I doing here?" I didn't know.
What do you think, motherfucker? In
No,
the Navy.
I wasn't thinking. Because they make you do shit like wake up in the morning, then you stop thinking. If you think you're gonna fuck up, you just do whatever they tell you.
So you just go into that mode of like,
Yeah,
I
you
just
just
do what
tunnel
they
vision,
say.
tunnel
Do what they
vision,
say.
yeah.
I'm not thinking for myself at
At
all.
least for me,
Really.
it was easy. With, like no English, or because I had an accent. I don't talk too much,
Yeah.
so I didn't talk too much. And then whenever they asked me a question, sometimes they didn't understand what I said. So
There's like,
they
nah.
would do it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's special.
You actually got that? Like he's special?
Yeah. And then I was supposed to put my 2 last names, Ortiz Cordova, but I just put 1. And you have to stencil "Are you close" with your last name.
Yeah.
And at the end, they were gonna do an inspection. They were like, "Where is the other last name?" And I was like, "This is my last name, Ortiz." "Yeah, but you got another one." I was like, "Ah." I got in trouble, man.
So you were acting a little special too.
I didn't know because when they say last name,
Yeah.
My
You know,
last name is
usually
Ortiz.
here, usually you just use your first last name if you even if you
yeah,
have another
I
one.
didn't know you had to put your whole last name.
I would have
They're
done
asking. I guess
would
it's
have done the
because.
same shit, and I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
3
I got
other
it.
last names.
Like,
So
you got 2 things?
Wait, but like, see, are they actually on your birth certificate, Miguel?
yes, on my
See,
license,
yeah.
I have my whole entire full name.
Yeah. See, that's
What's
why.
your
they're
What's
gonna
your full
expect
name,
that.
Miguel?
You really want to say that on the internet?
Go ahead.
I say
Just
it.
say it.
Government name.
Want my social
Government
too?
name.
I mean, isn't that my full name?
Yeah.
Stop acting special, Miguel. Say your name.
Come on, bro.
Miguel Alejandro Diaz Orias.
So you have 2
Wait,
last
that's
names.
your name?
2. Yeah.
I'd never heard that before.
Yeah, that's my
Your
full
first time
name.
hearing it.
So you
Eddie
got that
Alberto
keychain
Asensio,
thingy that
just-
says "pull before flight," right? Like,
Oh,
why
it's-
that?
It's for my car. It's like
I know, but isn't that usually like the
Air Force?
plane people that fly plane
I don't know.
pilots and shit.
I thought you
I
didn't
think
like
so.
the Air Force.
I don't like the Air Force. This is for the car.
It's for the
Yeah,
swag. It's for the
okay.
swag.
I didn't even know you say that. I just
Are
saw
you
it.
into cars? Like, or no?
He has a fucking
like
Mercedes and he
cars.
pulled up in a
I love
fucking
cars.
UFO.
What do you drive?
Mercedes AMG C63S.
So you drive a fast fucking car.
I
very
don't-
very nice fucking
Shit,
car.
right now I don't think it's fast, but I guess I don't know.
What year is it?
It's
What year
definitely
is it?
fucking fast.
2016.
16.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's a badass
pretty
car,
nice.
is what it is.
It's nice, but it's not like all that, you know. What I mean?
It's pretty nice, bro. Don't die down.
Nah,
Is it
man,
2-door or 4-door?
It's a four
Four
door.
door.
Yeah,
Four door
those are
more.
nice, man. Those are really
Yeah,
nice.
I've
Yeah.
driven several of those.
Pretty nice.
They're pretty nice.
I like cars. Since
What-
recently,
What's like what did you have before that? Did you have like another?
Mercedes
Yeah.
C300 2020. It's pretty good, but it wasn't fast enough. And then I got this one, and it's not fast enough.
But this
I
one
use the F1.
with the S.
C63 6.3 engine with the AMG package.
No, that's a 2012 W204. That's the previous generation. This one is 4 liter.
Okay.
But you got a freaking 4-liter V8 twin bi-turbo, right?
Yeah.
Come on, man. What else do you want? Just tune it. If you
I
want it to be faster.
supercharged stage 3, making 800 horsepower. I'll be happy.
you'll
Yeah,
be
but
happy
then
with that.
but then you'll be fucking bending cranks and all kinds of shit in that engine.
No, because you're gonna install everything. It's not like I'm gonna do it with the engine. I have to install new parts to the engine.
Yeah, he
to the
couldn't do
car.
that. He could not do that on stock internals. No way.
If I do it like that, it's gonna be like 700.
But even if you change all those parts, like German cars are not really known
But
for being
doesn't the
able to
car-
handle that
but
kind of
doesn't the car-
horsepower.
Doesn't the car already make like probably about right under 500 or over?
500 something, but you can use download an app and it give you 200 horsepower for German cars.
Yeah, so like, why don't you just tune it?
Cause I don't want to do that. I want to like get everything together, do it at once.
Okay.
I want to like put suspension in it, maybe body kit. I don't know.
At that point, like, are you actually trying to like track the thing and use this power, or are you just gonna
Nah,
drive it on
I
the
just
street?
want to pull up in the neighborhood. Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know,
gun
man.
shots.
For me, I feel like it gets to a point where it's not useless, right? But it's just like you're not really using the car's full potential.
Where you gonna go that fast?
Yeah, I mean, you go on the highway and you can go fast, but it's just, I don't know, man.
Because like
You hit some of those middle roads
And
in
I
middle
like
America.
Cars. I like cars a lot.
You can fly down them bitches.
I don't know.
I
here.
really like cars a lot.
I just got here, so I don't know this area. I know there's a lot of cops. Oh my god, I saw like 5 cops on my way here.
yeah, you get the car. Cause see, like I had a Honda S2000 before, and the reason I liked the car, it wasn't really necessarily very fast at all. But the cool part about it was like if you're in the right gear as you're going into a turn on a high RPM, you slap on it and you just be like, and just continue going, So that's what I like going fast. You step on a gas pedal, it's gonna go fast, But like for me, it was more like in and out of the turns. That's what I liked. You know what I mean? Like that whole. Because it would just, you slap it into second gear.
I understand what you're saying. You enjoy a driver's car. It doesn't have to be fast. It's just what you call a driver's car.
Yeah, because that pickup, you know what I mean? Like as you turn into the turn, that pickup, as you downshift, that pickup was just like, it picked up and went, like, and you were back at to normal
I
speed.
don't know. I get what you want to do. For one thing though, with those cars, it's considered a high end luxury car, right? The things that they did are very like meticulous on how they designed it. So when you go to do stuff, I get what you're trying to say. Like you want to go all out because you have to put good money in it.
So what
to
is all
have,
that
like,
going to cost
to
you?
match the quality? Oof.
The whole car,
Plus,
Same price as the whole car?
maybe more. Yeah.
yeah,
Supercharger kit is like 10,000 for the
10,000
supercharger,
probably. Mhm.
yeah.
not for the rods and like
Mhm.
the
Yeah, and
crank.
building the whole motor, top to bottom, that's gonna
That's
be.
probably not the 20K right there.
You literally have to put whole new internals into it.
Why don't you just buy a then crate engine that's already built?
Even at probably 800
think-
horsepower, you'd probably have to do the head as well.
The header, yeah.
No, the actual head of the motor, not necessarily the
I don't know
headers.
about that.
Yeah,
Why don't you just drop an engine in it that's already built?
I don't know. I'm
that
looking
could
into
that
it.
could be cheaper.
I'm looking at my options, I guess.
You have
but
to check it out. I know. Let me. I can put you in contact. There's
not
someone
right
in this
now. I'm
area.
broke right now.
I know,
Juan
but I'm just
Miguel.
saying in the future.
Juan Miguel, because he drives a
but the
1600
guys
horsepower
that
Lambo. So.
the guy that Biolito used to work with, Nelson, that does like the Beamers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That shop. I've been there. Really nice shop. Legit people.
There's one shop here in St. Pete Largo area that specifically does high-end foreign cars, and that's including Lambos, Ferraris, high-end Mercedes, high-end BMWs.
Nah, yeah. I think I'm gonna keep that car until it dies on me or something. That's my
you
dream.
like it a lot?
That's my dream car, yeah.
Yeah,
I
man.
always wanted that
Badass.
car. So I was in high school.
Where did you buy it, in Cali?
Cali, yeah. I
The
couldn't find
one
it.
thing that kills me with Mercedes is you can't get a manual option. None of their cars. That's the
But
one
do
thing
you
that
really
kills me.
need the fucking manual option?
Personally,
bro?
if I want a fast car, I want to have a manual. Personally.
Why?
What's the difference?
That's just.
Faster shifting though. Like it's easier to drive a.
Yeah, they did the
automatic.
whole. They did the whole test.
It's not about
you
faster
shift
shifting.
faster.
It's about how you were talking about enjoying a driver's car,
Yeah, yeah.
having a
No,
manual.
I see it. I see what you
I
mean.
guess.
Like fucking around with the gears.
It's about being part of the car.
Yeah, it's having.
You know what?
It's having a
Although-
little. It's having a little stick to jiggle.
Here's
you
the
know?
thing. I drove a stick for probably solid 15 years.
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't wish I was still driving a stick, but it would be fun to have a stick car once in a
That's
while
what
to
I'm
drive.
saying. That's what I'm saying. And that's exactly what I'm saying. And now when I want to have my fun car, I would like it to be stick. I get it. I drove a stick for 3 years that car was functioning, right? I get it. And it's annoying in traffic. That shit sucks in traffic.
I got paddles.
That's it. No, that shit sucks in traffic.
No, it's not bad. Once you get used to, once you get that, you know, the clutch and
Yeah, but it's
clutch
just
and
like
gas pedal.
it's just not as comfortable as fucking automatic car in traffic. Nowhere near.
All you need to do is get on a fucking hill, get stuck on it once on a red light, and that's it. You like this is literally that's gonna teach you how to drive a stick. Just being on a hill once, you know exactly what the fuck to do after that.
I don't know. how to
Just
drive
make sure
stick.
it's a closed hill and not an empty fucking, you know.
Yeah, you're not like
Mountain.
parallel park.
Oh no,
on a
I'm not
mountain.
talking about on a hill going down. I'm talking about on a hill going up where you can't fucking roll backwards
Yeah.
because you're gonna hit the car behind
You have to
When you
learn
go
to.
down, you just put it in neutral.
So there's two ways you can do it. You can sit on a brake pedal, right, to keep the car where it is, or what you can do, you can slap it into the first gear and
Play
manage
with
your
it.
clutch and gas pedal. So you release the clutch a little bit and then you push on the gas a little bit, where it engages enough the engine to keep you stationary.
So
You're
basically,
not going up, but you're not going
basically,
down either.
so look at it
So
this
you
way.
just stays there.
You just stay there, and when it's time for you to go, you just release it.
Yeah.
And go.
I wouldn't
don't-
say
you
you stay
don't wanna
there.
stay
You
there 'cause
you
you're
go
gonna
up a
burn the
little
shit out of your
bit.
clutch.
Yes,
you
you
back
do
up.
that.
Yeah,
Bing, bing,
yeah.
bing, bing, bing.
So
Yeah.
basically, when you're driving a manual car, you're having to compensate with RPMs in the clutch to match everything up to get it to take off.
I know how it works. I
Right.
just never drove it
So
before.
think like almost any car, every car I've been in, a lot of people say that's not true. But every car I've been in, if you can know how to play with the clutch, you can get it to if you're on flat plane, you can get it to launch without touching the gas.
Yes,
Almost every car. I've been,
100%.
and there's a lot of people tell me, no, that's not true. You
No,
have
they're
to.
fucking talking
They're
shit.
talking bullshit. Every car I've been in, you can do it if
Yeah.
you play with the
You,
clutch enough.
you release the clutch slow enough that it's gonna engage and
As
go.
long as it's a factory clutch. Of course, if it's like a fucking stage 3, no.
no,
you
there's
can't do
too
that.
much of a grip.
Yeah, there's too much fucking. You literally have to fucking gas that shit to get it to launch in general.
Yeah.
Right? So, on the hill is where it teaches you that you can't just do that. You need to learn the gas and clutch ratio of how to
Yes.
get it to take off. Because it forces you. There's no way if you're on a hill,
There's no way
no
around it.
car will take off with just a clutch.
You know
You're
what's the
gonna
cool part about the fucking stick shift? A lot of people don't know this, but you don't really need to use the clutch. If it's on a proper
Nope.
RPM,
you
it'll
know-
pop out of the gear and slide into the
Yeah.
next one.
I learned that shit because my clutch was going bad.
Yeah.
And so I was driving around and to kind of like I knew it was going bad. I was struggling, and so in my head I'm thinking, all right, I know I'm not gonna be changing this for a long time, right? I wasn't trying to. So to salvage as much as possible, I learned that. So I was only using it to take off, and then to salvage the clutch between gears, I was going without it, and it will save your clutch.
And the cool
over
part
time.
is you put a little bit of pressure, not a lot, just a little tiny bit of pressure. Next thing
Yeah.
you know, pop comes out.
yeah,
You pop it right in.
I don't know. I never drove. I think only driven once, and then it died on me. Started shaking.
yeah.
Yeah, because you didn't give enough gas. That's why
Yeah.
you did. The.
Then
Yeah.
my dad started doing it too, and he started shaking too. So it wasn't my fault. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know what he was doing with it.
You just
Yeah.
gotta give it. You gotta give cars the gas. You know what I mean? If you're letting off that clutch so fast, you gotta give it gas. And that's the thing that happens. A lot of people. When I first learned to drive stick, I was doing it, and I would notice the car was taking off, and so I would think I could let off. No, that's, you have to do the
hell
whole
no.
opposite. You need to give more, or at least keep it where you had it.
You can do that when you fucking clutch dumping, like when you dump it and then hitting the gas pedal. That's when you can, clutch dump it. But yeah, it's not necessarily good.
Yeah, no, you
Too
never
much
want to
work.
be. I mean, you everybody dumps their clutch, but it's not good for it at all.
You just got a Tesla. That's
See,
it.
I would like a Tesla for a daily. I've been
Bro,
in,
I like the
I've been
Tesla,
in
man.
I've been in I mean his mom has a Tesla. My cousin has a Model X Plaid. Bro, that shit is insane. 1,000 horsepower. We tested it in the Plaid mode, not the drag strip. Drag strip mode is when it has like 1,000 horsepower full. Plaid mode is like right under that because it was wet outside, so we weren't trying to do
That was
nothing
a bad
too crazy.
idea. I wouldn't do
No,
that.
but
way.
bro, listen to this. That thing is the fastest car I've ever been in, and it no chilló like at all. Like that, it just gripped and just fucking went. And it's one of those things like, you know, when you're in a really fast car and you take off, you get butterflies, kind of like when you're on a roller coaster or
I
something
don't
like
know
that.
about butterfly shit.
But like your stomach,
No, you
your-
get the
your-
G's, bro.
your
The
stomach-
G-force hits you.
G-force,
yeah, your stomach comes up, right?
I
You
like
feel
that.
that?
That's why I like it.
So-
Fast cars.
Yeah, right. And
Yeah.
you know how when you're in a fast gas car, you get that and then it dies down. Even if you're still on the gas, it dies down. That thing, if you're on the fucking gas,
It doesn't.
doesn't die down. That feeling just fucking stays there. The torque that shit has is insane.
Yeah, and it's an
Insane.
SUV too.
And my girlfriend had a headache for the rest of the night. Like from how fucking bad it was, like every
I
time.
don't think I ever driven in a 1,000 horsepower, maybe 700 horsepower.
No, that I mean, I don't know.
That's
I don't
all.
know what the power output is when it's on that plaid mode, because I'm assuming the 1,000 horsepower is when it's on the drag strip mode, which is the fastest. But I don't know how much difference it is after the pickup.
It's bro.
I'm sure the
slaps
drag
you in a seat. It's one of the fastest cars I've ever been in.
It is.
One of the fastest cars I've ever been in.
For me, it is probably the fastest car I've ever been in.
Now I'm not talking about Juan Miguel's fucking 1600
I've never
horsepower
been in
Lambo.
that.
I've never
Have you been in
inside.
that?
No.
I would like to be.
16
In,
horse-
I would like to
1600
get.
horsepower.
I think he's at
Lambo.
over
Damn.
2,000 now.
He had to replace the diff.
I think he's over 2,000 now.
Oh, I didn't know that. He had to replace the
From
diff
what
a
I
couple
heard.
of times. He had to order it because he kept fucking breaking differentials because like the diff couldn't handle the horsepower.
And
put into the wheels.
he usually just drags the car, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't really drive it around like as a daily.
Nah,
you
he
can't.
drives to Miami and like.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, he
That's
drives
why.
that shit over there.
That's why he's using the car a lot with that much power. It's kind of just like, for example, once you get over the,
I think on daily he's
certain-
doing 900.
yeah.
On daily drives he's doing 900 horsepower. And
Oh,
then he
so he
flips
just
to-
got it turned down.
I think
okay.
it's like 900 and then he goes to like a
Yeah, makes
1200 and then when I didn't know
Most
if he upgraded,
setups
it
are
was
like that.
1600.
most
We
setups
should
are
have
like
him.
that.
We should have him come on talk
Yeah,
about
we
cars and
should.
shit.
And with the trucking and stuff.
Be nice.
Yeah, he's got a fast fucking car. But yeah, our buddy, Ozzy, he's been on a couple times, and
He's actually. the
he's
one
got
that
a
went to Navy.
he's got a plaid. Yeah, he's the one.
He's got a Plaid and an R8. Both are fucking.
Yeah, he's
nice.
got an R8. I haven't been in any of those cars. Only car I've been in is like the Escalade. That shit's nice. He's got the Escalade 600. Stupid fucking nice. We went to Miami in that thing. We went to Colombia. Very, very nice. I slept like a baby in that thing
Got a
because it's
little
just
space.
yeah, it's just a
It's a little
badass
baby.
car, and it's fast. It makes 600. It makes 600. I think the reason it has a 600 badge is because it makes 600 Newton meters of
It's
torque.
basically like 600 horsepower.
No, not 600 horsepower. It's something like
torque,
five.
yeah.
No, it's like 500 something torque. I don't know about horsepower.
Yeah, it's
probably
a little bit
around
less
500s.
than what the.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's fast.
Yeah, it's
shit.
fast for a fucking SUV at least. It's heavy though. It's a big ass boat.
But I'm telling you, bro, Tesla, basic fucking Tesla. Like if you were
Bro.
in the market to buy a new car, if you're not looking at Tesla as an option,
And-
you're I don't know what the
And
fuck
the
you're thinking.
crazy part is you feel like you're in a spaceship because it's not a car. It really doesn't feel like any other car, and I'm not saying how it drives.
I'm sure
saying about how it
I'm sure
feels,
Alejandro already feels like he's in a spaceship
how
on
it,
that thing.
how it feels. Just yeah,
Nah, it's
that
really-
he is in a he is
That
in a
one
s-
is like. It's like a.
I mean,
a one car. Like you have a lot of space.
yeah.
And like
The-
the cars are really tight whenever you make a.
The Tesla, man, that shit is literally just like a spaceship. I don't know other way.
You
to
know
put
what's the coolest part about it that I like is how you're on a highway and you'll step on your car's gas pedal, it kind of like goes but doesn't really go. Like
Well, he
it does
drives a
pick up, it
C63.
doesn't really go.
He drives a C63S, bro. He doesn't. know
Even
what that's like.
C63 because you don't have that
Bro.
hot. It doesn't matter if you're driving a gas car, you don't have that. With Tesla, you step on that pedal,
It's
it's an
right away.
instant torque and just fucking pulls.
It's right away. It's not like the car. You have to wait till the gas goes.
Yeah.
And start.
It's
It's
just
not
an
a problem.
instant, bro, on a highway, man, with that little fucking.
not
All
big
it
ass
takes in
Tesla.
his car is a bam bam word. Fuck that.
No, I
Tesla's
get that.
faster, bro. Teslas are faster, quicker.
And he's turbo. He did a little brake boost. Man,
No, I'm not saying that it's not faster. I mean, I get it, but like the responsiveness, the gas pedal responsiveness, like to the actual max power to fucking pull you when you're doing high speeds,
yeah.
is insane. That's one of my favorite parts.
You had a turbo car, so it was like brake
I
boost.
never had a turbo.
No?
Arthur had a turbo.
Okay, so when you have a turbo car, you don't get a 2 and you don't have like
Yeah,
fake two-step or nothing like that or anti-lag, you will brake boost. So when you're trying to build boost at a small RPMs, like say you're doing like a 20, 40 roll trying to race somebody, and just to get that boost to build all the way up. I noticed newer cars are having to where you can't do that. I guess they have it set up to where if you start hitting the brake and you try and accelerate at the same time, the wastegate just sits open and it won't build boost. So I remember I drove my car, my WRX, I was able to brake boost no problem. I drove a buddy of mine, Janice. He has a 2019, 2018 STI Stage 1. That shit won't brake boost for nothing.
So when you step on the brake, it builds the boost.
So this is what you're doing.
Like
you start pressing on the brake and gassing it all the way at the same time and keeping yourself at a certain speed. Like say you're doing a 20 or 40 roll. And what that does is because you're gassing it, it builds boost. It gets your boost to build. And so the moment you hit off that brake, you're at full boost taking off. Versus you're sitting at a 20 roll and you're just sitting at that RPM. Maybe you're sitting at a high enough RPM for the 20 roll, but you're not building full boost. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Newer cars sometimes won't do that though. That's what I'm assuming.
I just got into cars, man. It's a whole new world. I like it.
It's expensive.
Look-
like when I was younger,
Look
I did
at
that
brake
shit too,
boosting.
but
That's what it is. Look it up. You'll see what I'm talking about.
I came to a realization that like the amount of money I'm gonna fucking dump in a car, I'm never gonna get back. So at this point in my life, I'm like, listen, unless I'm buying a fucking car that's later gonna appreciate in value, I'm not gonna fucking touch it. Like,
So
I don't want it.
We were talking about this being ready. We were like, what would be the car if you had to do like a 5-car garage? What would it be?
911 Turbo S, number one.
The Porsche.
911 Turbo S.
But come on,
Hands down.
you could go like higher than that.
No, you want a 911 Turbo S because they keep their value up. And then I would do any of the supercars with an idea that I'm gonna sell it to overseas after 6 months to
Ready?
a year.
I have a first 3. So Lexus LFA. I need an LFA.
There's only like 500 of those.
Yeah, I need an LFA. If I can do it, if I have the millions of dollars, I'd get an LFA.
Damn.
A 70s Porsche whale tail that's gonna appreciate in value, badass fucking car. Resto mod it to where it just drives like a new Porsche.
That's another $1 million car, right?
No, not necessarily.
not
necessarily.
millions. No, actually, you know what's funny? Me and Randy saw one today. We just jaw dropped that in. Those things are so sexy. It's just like the epitome of what you want to be a Porsche, right? And it was done in the 70s, like, and then probably an R32 GTR.
Are those
And then,
legal?
yeah, because they're older than the R34s. R34 is already legal, so.
So you gotta keep it in the garage. Not drive it.
And then a Tesla Model X, just for the comfy road trips, whatever I gotta fucking do.
Run around, go grab some snacks.
And then I don't know what would be the 5th car.
So I would
That's
do the
like-
911 Turbo
No,
S.
that's what the Tesla's for.
For family.
911
That's what the
Turbo
Tesla's
S.
for. Tesla's
I would
got
do
back
a
seats and
Tesla
everything.
Roadster.
Yeah.
911 Turbo S, Tesla Roadster.
Yeah.
I would get a Lexus LX, the new model, the biggest
Yeah,
SUV
yeah.
they have, right? And then after that, I'd probably get a truck, probably Toyota, like completely
F40.
decked out,
That's my last car.
completely decked out
F40.
Toyota truck, completely decked out,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how many? That's 4. And the
Yeah.
5th one, Paganini's Honda.
Pagani.
Pagani.
So you said you're gonna get one of them cars that the Arab boys be driving?
Yeah, bro. Why not?
That
That shit is
Mad Max.
I was actually
imagine Jay pulling up to the house in like an FJ with a snorkel, but also like fucking 1,000 horsepower RB inside of it.
No, so the thing with so I was watching this dude, is an old viejito, right? Like he talks about cars, like he's the one that disassembled the Teslas, like, you know, and he's big into the cars, right? And he was talking about like the best cars to drive and the worst cars to drive in the sense of like spending money on a car, right? Like the best cars to drive, he said there were Toyotas, and specifically LX model of the Lexus. It costs on average about 7%. That's the maintenance cost on a fucking 5 years or something like that of the car, right? And he said like getting 300,000 miles out of a car like that is nothing, bro. Like he goes, you can skip 3 oil changes back to back, nothing's gonna happen to that car. You know what I mean? So having a car like that and it's big, like you can fit the whole family in it, and that bitch can drive over your house if you need to be. You know what I mean?
You guys got your 5 cars?
You know, you just got
How big is your house?
No,
How big
no
is the
5.
car?
No, you don't have your 5 cars.
Shit, I'm probably gonna get roasted for it, but I'm not really a car guy. But obviously a Tesla, right?
Yeah.
But like, I'd go for like a VW Bug, an electric one too, and a DeLorean,
Okay.
and then the old school James Bond Jag, the
Oh, that's a
gray
cool
one.
one. Yeah.
Jag.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
you wouldn't go for a DB? Okay, I get it. Okay.
It's his cars. Leave him
get it.
alone,
But
goddamn it.
I just think James Bond. I'm automatically. I get Jaguar also, but like I'm automatically going like DB11. That's like the first thing. that pops in my
Yeah.
mind.
Are those even good, Jaguar?
It's classic.
Yeah,
I don't even, like,
it's a high end English car.
Well, used to be. Now it's Tata Motors, which is like the Indian company.
Yeah.
I don't
Yep.
know. I want to have a tank.
Yeah.
Shit.
Put it up to
Hey, bro, I
McDonald's
said you
and
guys
tell-
much
I wanna
money
have
if
a
you
fucking
have,
tank.
and let's not even put this in the cars. Let's say vehicles. Fuck it.
Tank and maybe a fucking Tonka truck. A lifted truck.
Here's an idea.
Or something, I don't know.
If you
something
got-
big.
Yeah, if you got that kind of money, you just fucking get a Rolls Royce, get a driver. You don't even fucking have to drive it. You got a private jet that's waiting for you, or get a helicopter that's gonna take you from your wherever the fuck you are to wherever the fuck you need to land. You know what I mean? You don't need to worry about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, imagine.
I'd like
I
to get
just buy
a.
that island.
I'd like to get a
Make his choices: Corolla,
Toyota Corolla for the reliable
Corolla.
car. I'll take an H2 for when I need to go fast. When I get
H2?
you know.
H2 Hummer.
No.
Oh, no.
The
No, bike.
Kawasaki
It's a
H2,
bike.
H2R.
You say H2, bro? You gotta be
You say
specific.
cars, no bikes.
Yeah, no, bike. And then let's see. I'll get a Tesla. Definitely. No gas, electric. I'll take that. We already have solar panels.
That's 3.
I'll do a Ferrari. Don't care which one. They all look pretty good. And then maybe like a C11 Corvette. Why not?
Well, I want a California. Fuck
C11.
you.
C11.
Or C9?
You just skipped fucking 3 versions.
Oh, he's
C9,
talking about the
C9,
future.
C9.
because
Yeah,
we-
in the future, yeah,
What are you
yeah,
talking about?
yeah.
A Corvette? Talking about a Corvette?
C9, yeah, C9.
You mean a C8?
C8, C9, whatever the fuck it
C8.
is. C whatever it is, dude.
Series.
They look cool. The ones that made Ferrari.
He
the
skipped
Ferrari
3
concept.
iterations, bro. Leave him
Yeah.
alone.
Look, man, I'm not a
We're
car
talking
guy.
about the future, so maybe there's a C11. in the
Yeah,
future.
maybe.
He manifesting.
Yep. Maybe by the time the
All right,
C11
let me ask
comes
you
out,
this.
I'll be
Let
able
me
to
ask you
afford it.
this. Do you
Camera
believe
went
in
out, bro, by the
zodiacs
way.
and manifesting shit?
Shit, I don't know. I just think it's funny when people say it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I-
hate me today.
Somebody say it's funny as fuck. You have to manifest that, girl. Get it. Get your money. No, hell no. That shit funny. I don't know.
That's what I'm talking about. Can you imagine,
Just
bro?
work, bro. You just work.
Can you imagine you went out there fucking and you, I don't know, you fucking robbing a bank and you got caught and the cops catch you and they're like, sorry, police officer, I'm a fucking Pisces. This is why I did it. You gotta let me go. You know what I mean? Like, that still make no damn sense, bro. Like, it don't make no
That'd be
damn
some
sense.
shit though if that fucking cop was like, I'm a Virgo, I get it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? What the fuck?
Oh, man.
I seen this one guy doing this shit on the street, and he was going to troll somebody, and he said something about like, I'm an asparagus. Never mind.
Asparagus.
Have you seen that guy that walks up to the girls and be like, hey, so what's your sign? They'll be like, I don't know, Capricorn or some bullshit. He goes,
I would never.
I would never. And he just walks away, bro.
That's funny.
Funny as hell, bro.
That's funny.
See, that was back in the day. What was your sign? What was
I
your
guess
sign?
I-
Now it's what's your rising moon, what's your falling star,
Yeah,
what's
I'm a
your
corner of
pee-pee
a-
hole. Like, I have
Exactly
so
what
What's your
much
PP hole? Yo,
No,
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
really, like,
Listen.
literally, what's your PPO nowadays?
I had someone not the other day. This was like last year actually, but we were at a family gathering and they were talking about this. And I'm sorry, bro. I'm a comedian. I have to go at him, bro. I couldn't. and
No,
it's
you're not
just-
committing. You're a troll.
Hey, you're choosing something that's neither a religion or a science, but it's named after a science and practiced like a religion.
Yeah.
Sounds like a cult to me.
Right?
Same
There
thing.
you go.
Religion,
So-
cult, same thing.
Bro, we talked about this all the
Exactly.
time. You know what the difference between a religion and a cult is?
Name.
Ready?
What is
With the cult, the leader's just still alive.
Ah.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah,
Makes
yeah,
sense,
yeah.
right?
Bro, have you seen Bill Burr's 2022 special? It's on Netflix.
Yeah, I actually watched that. Shout out to Code Red Cuts at
I
his
watched TV.
barbershop. He had it on the TV.
Bro,
The
I
shit's
had it
funny,
on
dude.
today when I was working, and that motherfucker, like, it was so funny, man. Like, the shit that he was saying is fucking hilarious. Very,
He is pretty
very.
funny.
Bill Burr don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
He is
does
one of the
not.
people that does not give a fuck.
I didn't know he was actually playing somebody in the fucking Mandalorian. Then I was like, oh shit, it's Bill Burr.
And you know
Yeah.
what's funny? You know what's funny? To think of this, ready? You gotta. If I were to tell you that someone that was in the Mandalorian got canceled, you'd probably think Bill Burr instantly, right?
Yeah, of course.
Right? That'd be like the first thing. Nope. Nope.
Nope.
You remember the? I'm gonna say it.
The
You remember
stormtrooper chip.
the dyke chick in the first season, in the first and second season, right? She was in the second season too, wasn't she?
Why? That's wrong.
Yes.
How did you assume she's a dyke?
I'm just kidding.
I think she was in a couple of episodes before they wrote her off, but I can't
So
remember if she was in the second
basically,
season or not.
she said something. Wasn't it anti-LGBTQ?
It was either that or racist. I can't remember.
It was one of the two, or it might have been. I feel like it might have been some anti-Semitic, maybe even.
It could have also been COVID shit. I don't
Bro,
remember.
it was
She
one of
said
the-
something.
controversial.
Yeah.
And right away Disney was like, "Bink,
Nope.
gone,
Man,
bitch."
Disney is some crazy stuff, bro.
But like,
You know she's an MMA, like a legit MMA fighter, apparently.
Yeah.
That girl,
Wait,
You
what?
talk, oh, you
Gina,
talking about
Gina,
that?
Gina.
You
Carla?
talking about
Gina
that girl?
Gina
She's
Carla?
kind of like buffer looking. She's
I
super.
said
Yeah.
it. You want me to say it again?
She's got a super.
You really need me to say it again?
But she's not a dyke, bro. Like she
She was in
in
Deadpool.
the show, she had a little.
I don't know what she had in the show, bro. She got a super pretty face.
Isn't she in
I didn't
Dungeons
say
and
she was
Dragons
ugly.
or something like that?
Dungeons and
The
Dragons.
movie?
Was she in Dungeons and
No,
Dragons?
no.
Oh, that's
No.
that's Michelle Rodriguez.
You talking about the Fast and Furious chick? That
Yeah.
she is in Dungeons and Dragons.
I don't know. That look like.
Let me see if I can find her. Hey, Mickey, can you find her on the screen?
The one that is
She-
a fighter.
She's a fighter. She did MMA, I think, and then she did some WWE as
Yeah,
well.
that's what I'm talking about. She
Yeah,
did,
Ronda Rousey. Yeah.
And an ad for Dungeons and Dragons. I'm pretty sure I saw her.
Gina
wrestling a
Carano?
dragon.
Gina Carano.
I've seen her like wrestling a dragon or something.
Yeah, she did also like
Yo, is
competitive
it-
bodybuilding or
Is it
yeah,
bad?
bro.
Is it bad that
She's
I low
fucking-
key
she's
found
hot
her
as fuck. I don't
sort of
know what she
attractive?
Hey, bro, I never said she was ugly.
Hey, yo. Hey,
Okay,
whoever
because I
you
low key
want
did
is
find her
who
a
you
bit
want.
attractive,
She
just
be
a
my
little
baby
bit.
Mama.
Fuck you talking about?
What
She's
makes
cute
the
as hell.
dingle tingle is what you go for.
I don't know.
Wait. Why is she not attractive? I don't understand.
Nobody said she wasn't.
She got a
God
very
damn,
symmetric
They
face.
said dyke, and I was thinking of
Wait,
like,
wait, wait,
fucking
wait,
young
wait,
MA.
wait. Just because someone gives little dyke, gives me my pretentious ass little dyke vibes, doesn't mean she's unattractive. Right? I said it. I said I was being an asshole when I said it. Like, come on. I gave full disclaimer, okay?
Let me pull it up here on the screen.
Yeah, we'll see it on delay here. It's all good.
Right
So
there.
on Bill Burr's special, he's talking about lesbians and whatever. He goes, there's this situation where he's walking in New York and there's this this lesbian against him coming and they're like, long story short, anyway, they walk by and then she kind of hits his hand and then he turns around to say something. She doesn't turn around and is like, I'm for the next 2 fucking days pissed off about it, blah blah blah. And then he goes on Google to find out how to get rid of this anger. And it's like, well, you gotta put yourself in their shoes and this and that. And then gets to the point, he goes, and then finally I realized why I was so mad. And then I realized it's not that bad. He goes, because she's a lesbian. And everybody's like, the fuck do you mean in the audience? Nobody can understand. He's like, well, judging by your silence, I'm going to explain this to you. He goes, what do guys do? They get married or date women. What do lesbian chicks do? They get married or date women. This is why they're always so fucking miserable, just like the guys, They just kind of connect these dots. He goes, we should come together and figure out how to make these bitches happy. Bro, this is hilarious, man. Like, he shit is so funny, man. He's like the angry fucking Irishman. Every time I watch some of his stuff, like I was like, man, I forgot how much I like this guy.
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr?
Bill Burr?
I'll pull him up.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
he's
go ahead.
taller. He's in his 50s. Red hair. Right now he's bald, but he's a redhead.
Put it up on the stream,
he's
and then
like-
when it comes here,
Yeah,
I'll show him.
yeah, Yeah, or just pull up a thing
Like
pull
Dave-
up a thing on YouTube like a short clip 15
like David
seconds.
Chappelle, the comedy that he does. Pretty funny.
Yeah,
Miguel,
David Chappelle is pretty
I'm
funny.
seeing
Like
cuts on
he
stream.
almost got
Stop searching
canceled.
stuff.
Well, he
I'll
kinda
do it
did.
here.
Did he go to
That's the whole,
Huh?
the whole purpose of this right here.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Did he move somewhere else to another country?
Just
Yeah,
take it
the-
off the screen for now.
They said he said that he went on like a hiatus thing, but I think they were trying to cancel him. They're still trying to cancel him because he fucking just laid on a LGBTQ community pretty thick.
I think he did a special with LGTB, something like that.
Yeah.
If you watch his 3 specials, right,
Funny, man.
he does make jokes and they're funny, right? And I could get how people would get offended, but if you listen to the message he's saying, he's like, hey, you guys are in the spotlight right now. You guys can have that power. Just don't treat me like people have been treating black people for so many years. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah. Now, see that's the thing. Like I don't understand.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Don't do too much
Bill
of it 'cause we're streaming.
Harris. Like I'll be in the kitchen and all of a sudden I'm always in the kitchen doing something, right?
That's him, Bill Burr.
Yeah, this is actually the one I was talking about. This
Yeah.
is the one. Like if you watch this whole thing on Netflix, bro, this shit's hilarious.
You go ahead and.
But yeah, like talking about the Mandalorian chick, bro, she's hot. Disney's a fucking idiot for removing her.
I don't know what.
Hey,
Disney's
bro,
doing
no.
nowadays.
Disney's not an idiot, man. They're doing they're doing what Disney does, man. What else?
What
else can you say?
pendejadas? That's what they doing.
Pendejadas.
They make a lot of money.
I don't know about that. I don't know
also
about that.
Recently, I've heard a lot of complaints from my friends for a particular actress that got canceled because she looked very good in the DC Comics, Amber Heard.
That
Amber
one.
Heard shit on a bed, bro. She deserved to be canceled. And she tried to fucking accuse a guy.
Wait, what?
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
she
That's
shit
right.
on his.
He's
She
been on a-
shit.
Yo, he's
Wait,
been-
wait.
We forgot.
Oh,
he's
he's
been on
been
a
on the
ship
boat.
for a while.
He's
Well,
on
he
the
been on the
fucking
boat.
boat.
He doesn't
He's
know.
on
Catch him up.
Been on the
Yo,
boat.
Amber Heard shit on Johnny Depp's pillow, bro.
Yes, and they try to blame the fucking little dog. Said that the little dog did it.
How the fuck a dog is gonna take a shit on this? That dude's way.
Well, no, let's say
Like
dog
that.
took a
The
shit, but this
dog
was
could.
like a human fucking gigantic
Yeah,
shit.
it
The
was-
dogs are this big.
They actually have pictures.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it was proven
I
in
don't wanna
court
see
and
it,
everything.
man.
It was a part of the court. It had to have some kind of
I
evidence
can't
behind
really
it.
smell it.
No, she shit on the bed. She tried to get. Though Johnny Depp really got canceled
He
because of
actually
her
lost-
lying.
He actually
lost his
donated
thing.
all the money that he got from the trial, which was I think some crazy amount, and donated it all to like 5 different charities, split evenly.
Good.
He-
Fuck that.
he
He
hoe.
lost
also
his
said,
deal with Disney
fuck
because
you,
of that.
Disney. He said, fuck you, Disney. I'm not coming back because you fired me.
Good.
And
Fuck
now
her.
they're hiring Dwayne The Rock Johnson to replace him in the new Pirates of the
Wait,
Caribbean
wait,
Wait a
movie.
second, I
Yeah,
thought-
but see what happened with
I
Dwayne.
thought-
I thought he got hired
I
again.
thought they
before a certain
rehired him
price.
with the amount he said. He
Yeah.
said
He
something
said-
about 300 million, and he.
Nah.
He said, fuck you, Disney.
He
300
said, "Fuck
billion?
you."
Yeah.
And look what happened to Dwayne. Dwayne goes out there and makes his own fucking
Fuck
movie.
Dwayne, man. I'm done with
Wait a
fucking
minute.
Watching The Rock play The Rock, bro.
Look-
I'm sorry.
The Rock is
Look
out
at
of
this,
the
bro.
Rock, for real.
He
He
goes.
He goes to any part and just plays The Rock.
Like,
Hey,
the
at
latest
this
movie.
point, I think The
Yeah, like
Rock
we
might
did.
actually be able to play Johnny Sims
Yeah,
himself.
yeah.
So look, he did the Fast and Furious, and he came out and was like, "Fuck Vin Diesel, I'm never gonna do a movie with him." Goes out there and makes fucking on his own because he's been making a bunch of movies with Kevin Hart, which arguably Kevin Hart is the one that carries these fucking movies. He's the funny one.
He's funny, so Kevin
Yeah.
is funny.
And then he goes and creates fucking the movie Black Adam. Worst fucking one of the worst superhero movies I've ever seen. It
Oh,
was
you
not
watched it?
interesting.
Have you
Yeah,
seen?
I'm not
bro.
wasting my time.
Have you seen Morbius? That's a pretty
Oh,
bad
that
movie.
movie's
Yeah,
So
Morbius
bad.
is so much
Wait,
worse.
yeah, Morbius, not
So
Morbius.
bad.
That's
Oh,
how
you
bad it
switched
was.
up
That I
the-
couldn't-
Morbius
switched up
is
the
pretty
background
bad.
on us?
I think
Morbius
it
is
was an
pretty bad.
animated background that was causing
I
it
think
to
he used the
glitch.
story for
Okay.
Black Adams. I think
Yeah.
he used the story.
Yeah,
like,
he
the
fucking
story
did that,
sucked.
and then he realized that he's not making any money, so he went back to Fast and Furious fucking 10.
Oh,
not
you're
watching
doing spoilers here, man. You're doing spoilers. That's like after credit things.
Wait, what?
And
Well,
Fast X.
It's
I don't give a
known,
fuck.
bro. It's
Like,
known.
was it
by
I don't
everyone.
give a
Like
fuck.
they made a whole deal.
No,
in
but yeah,
in the media. About
He's
this.
he's back. After that whole tizzy, he's back.
Yeah,
like
he's
after
back,
credits
and
and
then-
Fast X, he comes back.
And now he's gonna play the fucking in Pirates of Caribbean. He's gonna take that
Well,
movie.
see, that's the thing. Disney likes to hire in their contracts in multi-movie packages, so they can just pay you lump sums. and then get you for like how many roles. So I feel like Disney still had him within contract of so many movies.
I see
So
what
they were
you're
just
saying.
like, fuck it, let's
Let's just
put him
toss
in
him in
here
there.
so we can get out.
I don't see
You
him
know?
in that movie. I don't see him in that type of movie. I don't
No.
know.
Yeah,
Which
I
one?
don't.
The Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates?
Yeah,
Pirates aren't fucking that ripped. They can be big, but they still got beer bellies.
Yeah, pirates
just
look.
want-
Pirates.
You know what I mean?
The pirates look more like Gordon fucking Ryan right now.
Golden Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Gordon Ryan, after being fucked up by his gastroparosis or whatever he's got.
Pirates of the Caribbean are pretty good movies. I like them. They're kind of cool. They're just too fucking long, man. It's kind
But
of like that Avatar, man.
Johnny Depp is just like
Yeah, I
the
just
star
Right.
of
because
those
of him.
fucking movies, right? Like watching him is the
Right,
best
like
part.
he was the focal point, but like I disagree with the Black Adam movie. I think the Black Adam movie was all right
I think
Really?
because
alright
of the
as well.
supporting cast.
I didn't
Not
like
The
because
it.
of him.
supporting cast made it a good movie,
Yeah.
not fucking The Rock playing
Black
fucking
Adam, yeah.
Black Adam. No, he was playing The Rock playing Black Adam.
Got you.
Yeah, it's a fucking shit movie, bro.
What
What do you
his
guys-
son?
And apparently the new Flash movie's gonna be shit.
Sam?
Shazam.
Shazam?
Shazam.
La dije en español.
Shazam.
I don't know, man. The whole like little kid becoming big guy and then small kid again. I don't know.
Like,
not
I
my
watched
thing.
the first movie and it was just like,
Yeah.
The second one was all right.
Yeah.
It
What do you
wasn't.
guys think about?
It wasn't anything great.
What do you guys think about Moon Knight?
I love the Moon Knight
Fucking
series.
was
Moon Knight?
amazing,
I don't know,
dude.
man.
I
Moon
like
Knight
the
was
switch up. I
amazing.
like the switch up.
I like it.
The first couple episodes were a little like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And then after that, it hooks you.
I still just to me the whole story is fucking confusing as shit. I don't know if this is the middle of the story, end of the story. Like what
It's
the
because
fuck's
you're
going on?
watching the story of three different personalities
Yeah.
living throughout one body.
I thought there were 4.
Yeah, that just
Well,
sounds
you-
like.
Oh, there's
shit.
more.
Yeah.
There's more than just that.
More,
But
yeah.
will we ever see those?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
It's like watching fucking Sybil. You know what I'm talking about? Like Sybil is a book of this girl that had like 12 different personalities.
No, that sounds even more
Like Split.
complicated.
Sounds like Split. You got like
Yeah.
30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got 30.
Nah, man, I don't like
Let me
those
go
kind
get
of movies.
John.
That make me want to think. I don't like that shit.
That's a trilogy that people don't know is a trilogy. Unbreakable, Split, and then fuck, what's the third one with
All of them, all three of them.
all of three of them in it?
It's
Yeah.
a pretty good movie though. I like it. Split.
Which one is it?
Yeah.
Split.
It's this movie with Bruce Willis plays in the last one, right? And then Split-
Unbreakable is the first one with
Okay.
Bruce Willis, I think. And then Split has the dude that played
Professor X and
Professor
young
X
Professor
and
X.
yeah.
Hitman.
Yeah,
Didn't
yeah,
he
yeah.
do Hitman as well.
He did
Yeah.
Wanted,
Did
not
you-
Hitman.
Wanted.
Yeah, where they could
That's a
curve the
good
fucking
movie.
bullets. Yeah.
Wait, didn't he do the Hitman
And then
movie,
Samuel
though?
Jackson plays the fucking crazy.
Yeah, the
yeah.
dude with glass, yes, because his
Glass.
bones are made of glass. That's it.
Huh? Does
I-
he break?
I need to watch
There's 3
those.
movies.
I need to watch those.
I don't know what
Like
you guys talking
hit,
about.
these are like these very offshoot, cult superheroes and that they made movies out of that people didn't know was connected.
Okay.
But like Split, the multiple personalities, literally he gains like he can turn into a beast basically and gain like superhuman strength
When
and
he-
then like he has a bunch of personalities.
This shit on Disney?
Unbreakable, can't die.
No,
No.
I don't know.
And then Glass is his bones are made of glass, but he's like a super intellect that can
Well,
even do.
I think after like Avatar, not Avatar, what am I talking about? Avengers, the last episode, like last movie of Avengers, when they're all like fucking ganging up to
Infinity
fuck up
Wars?
Thanos. Like after
In-game?
that,
And
yeah, after that fucking battle, I don't even know what I have to watch for me to say, you know, it's really good.
Actually, so
Yeah.
this is my thing. I'm with Marvel. I like that they're moving on, right? Because that shit was getting a little over. Yeah, it was getting a little stale. You know, that's why I'm excited for Moon Knight. I'm excited that they're bringing Daredevil over.
I'm excited about that. Fuck the rest of them.
I enjoyed the Hawkeye series. Like those are things that excite me because they're just a little more new. But besides that, Disney's not there for me. Unless you're talking Star Wars, because I guess they're now considered.
Because Disney owns everything.
Yeah.
I think Disney hasn't hit because Netflix just hit that. So I just got that email by Netflix where it says I'm no longer allowed to share my password
Yeah,
with my
that's
fucking
bullshit.
with people. that do
Unless
not
you
live in
want
my
to
household.
do a $7.99 fee.
Not even that, bro. I have two separate
$7.99.
memberships. I pay for the 2 of their premium memberships, 2 of them, because I have family in Lithuania that watches it.
Yeah.
I have my aunt, bunch of people, right, use it. I cannot do that shit if it's under my fucking name. They have to get their own accounts.
Damn.
Yeah, because Disney hit a fucking wall. Not Disney, but Netflix hit a wall because at this point they're not making money, so they have to increase the monthly subscription fees
Yeah.
because the licenses on a movies cost a lot, and they tried to make their own movies, but again, that costs a lot of fucking money to make their own movies because hiring the actors and things like that to design and create the movies costing a lot of the money. They're like, so how the fuck do we continue making money where everyone and their mother is already pretty much has a Netflix, either sharing the password or somehow like pirating the password or something, you know what I
They
mean?
also created the new Netflix themed restaurant. I don't remember if it was in California or not.
Netflix.
It was a
restaurant.
yeah, it was a pop-in Netflix. I wonder if you can do Netflix and chill there.
But like Netflix is also the place that will have a really popular show and then cancel it after one season.
That
Yep.
too.
I hate them for
Because
what they
their
cancel quickly.
analytics are so it's what's fucking them, to be honest. Because what their analytics is to bring in more subscribers, which makes sense because they want shows to make more money, and that's how they get it off of new subscribers more than people that just come, cancel, and leave. But like you're fucking all your fans that are paying a monthly fee expecting this content,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're just like, here you go, canceled.
And
Here
I,
you go, canceled.
and I think they're part of the fucking problem because the way people are now, so they're like, obviously, as a human, I would want to wait until the whole fucking season is there for me to binge watch the whole fucking thing in one day, right? But what does that do? That gives me a fucking big boost of dopamine after that. What do you do after that? Like,
Scroll.
that's what
Try
I'm
to find
saying.
something else,
That's
right?
what I'm saying. Like, so yes, it's annoying to wait for the next week or next month to get the fucking episode, but in the whole long term things, like I don't agree.
Netflix tried it with some of their shows. They
Yeah,
were like, we're
they
gonna
did.
try weekly releases, and people fucking hated it.
Yeah,
They were like, I
because
come here to binge.
yeah, yeah. You introduce this shit. You introduce this shit to everyone, so now they just want to fucking binge. You know,
Right.
like this is how humans are. What the fuck do you think was gonna happen? You know, but
I
it is
didn't
what
know
it
they
is.
have different movies for different countries.
Yes, they do.
That's like a
Yeah.
That has to do with the license. Like if you're in Canada or like if I go to Europe, I'll be able to access certain movies. Certain won't be able to. It has to do with the license sales.
You
And
can
they're
do
starting to
through
ban
VPN.
people, like cancel your accounts if you start using VPNs and
They
shit
give
like
you
that.
your money back.
No,
The-
because
No.
you're breaking their terms, right?
All right.
Damn.
Yeah.
I
So
don't know.
fuck them. I mean, I don't know. I think I'm coming pretty close to fucking canceling Netflix. Because literally, there's nothing for me to see on there. Like nothing they're been adding is good.
Should watch Korean.
I mean,
Korean movies,
yeah, they're pretty good.
yeah.
my buddy loves Korean movies.
Yeah, I didn't like them at first, but I watched one and I was like, bro, what the fuck is this?
They have a lot of good documentaries and
It looks like a
docu-series on
movie.
there too.
Here, Jay.
I like their documentaries. I
Do you need it?
actually
Do you still need it
recently
for your phone?
binged
Oh,
the
yeah, right
whole entire
That shit's nice. I need to get one of those.
history
Mine
of
died.
Cuba.
Anchor.
You know the one
Yeah.
I had? Died.
$20, bro.
It takes a full charge and then I get maybe 5% out of it.
You know what's the best part about
Like
this?
from the boats coming over to Cuba, or like
all the way,
What
all,
is-
all the way from the beginning. I
What's
think
going
it's
on
called
here?
the Cuba Libre story,
damn.
It's about Cuba
and
history.
it's all the way from the beginning of slavery and like the war between Spain and Cuba and their independence for that, and how the U.S. helped them, and the Bay of Pigs situation during the what's it called, Cold War.
Yeah.
All that history.
That
all,
fucking
all
failure.
the way until I think Fidel's death. I think it was.
Talking about Cuba, did you
Shit.
see this new thing where China is gonna be
gonna have
investing
to add
hella
that.
money into Cuba right now?
Well, they fucking need it, man, because right now it's really hard to get anything.
They just accepted Chinese money into Cuba, bro. So the cool part about
mean-
this is I pop that up, and then when I'm in a plane, you set it,
Yeah.
and you don't have to fucking hold it or anything. It just stays
Yeah.
there.
What
That's the
kind of-
first step. The next step is Chinese people try to start using it as the national currency in Cuba too.
Yeah.
You mean yuan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Cuba's always been unfortunately the spy land, not spy land, spy on America land. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Wait, where
I
you
mean, you
from?
could also be
Me
the
and
bomb
Dominican.
place in.
Dominican?
Huh?
You could also be the bomb place in the Middle East too. So
I
like,
thought you were
eh,
Cuban.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What do you mean?
everyone fucks up the Middle East. It's
Yeah,
a
fucking
everyone's
Turkey.
trying to right. Like Africa, all the countries divided up and just kind of like played nice. But the Middle East, it's always in conflict. Not because the people that live there mostly because the other countries that influence it.
Well, yeah, because see, Middle East could be super strong, just like Africa could be super strong. But then what they're doing, they're selling their resources for a little bit of fucking money, and everybody's stabbing each other in the fucking back just to get the money. But in reality, Africa's super rich in resources. You name it, they have it. Fucking from oil to parts for to diamonds to gold to fucking to parts to make microchips, whatever you want, and they have the labor force for it.
Doesn't Venezuela have
I wouldn't call it labor force.
resources?
Huh?
I think Venezuela has more resources than Africa.
As far as oil,
Yeah.
I'm sure Venezuela, yeah, because Venezuela has the
Venezuela is like number
huge
one.
amounts of
What?
oil deposits.
How did you come from Honduras? Honduras, right? You said.
Yeah.
What was that like? What was that process like? Because you came relatively when you're a little older, so.
It's a whole different world, man. I came, my stepdad, he's the one that got me here. But when I came here, I was trying to speak English in Miami. They were like, you speak Spanish? Yeah, and I started speaking Spanish with everybody. But it's a whole different world, man. Over here, you can just walk around with your phone. Maybe in some parts it's dangerous, but Honduras is like everywhere is dangerous. So
Okay.
it's pretty nice over
Yo,
here.
Honduras is known for that shit, isn't it? Like that it's
Yeah,
not
when
very
I
safe.
came, yeah, it was pretty dangerous. I got robbed like 4 or 5 times.
Wow.
God dang.
And everybody there's like with knives or guns usually.
Shit,
Both.
guns, knives,
RPGs,
Monteros.
50 cals.
Yeah.
Well, is it so in Honduras? What's the biggest like because you got Colombia, Mexico. That's all drug cartels going through. Dominican Republic's got a little bit of everything going through it. What's Honduras thing?
I think every airplane that goes to Colombia, it lands in Honduras and then it goes to Mexico. Like Colombia and Merck, they land in Honduras,
Mm-hmm.
either ship or airplane, and then they go to Mexico or whatever call the country they gotta
So
go.
it's a large middle ground, is what he's saying,
Yeah,
for transportation of
it's pretty
drugs.
bad. It used to be worse when the president was in charge, because he was laundering money. Now he's in New York, I think, in jail.
Mm.
But he was laundering money and like doing drugs. But
Oh yeah. Back just a little tad bit because I just remembered because it aligns with the Cuba episode that we did. In that Cuba Libre story, they do briefly go into the Castro's role in aiding Pablo Escobar
Yeah, bro.
with territorial waters being able to be used for the transportation of cocaine, as well as like planes dropping them at certain locations so that they could then transport them to Miami.
Yeah, this is known.
Bro,
United
that's a
States was
fucking
involved with
hookup,
all
bro.
this shit.
never seen the submarines?
It's never been proven. Like they've never been able to prove it, but other people that have been within the Castro administration have talked
Look,
about that.
all I have to say is that when you hear shit like this and you think like, oh, it's a big rumor, big rumor, big rumor.
It's
Remember when we had Manuel on and we're like, oh, the rumor that the drugs used to go to Cuba. He's like, well, I know plenty of stories of people that got those drugs, got in trouble because of it. Like that shit was definitely happening.
Yeah.
1000%.
That there's a bunch of super rich American families or factions that worked through Cuba with fucking Colombia and Pablo to bringing in drugs and then washing drug money back and forth, not necessarily dealing with drugs, but washing the actual drug money, instead in companies to stroke the right penis, I guess. I don't know what's the best way to say it. You know what I mean? So like that, yeah, bro. Like even though Cuba was technically like Russian, but there's other shit going on through Cuba, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, they needed that money for funding of just basic necessities. Due to the special period,
Bro, they're telling you
when
they
the
needed
Soviet when the Soviet Union fell, they needed that money.
Bro, they're telling you they needed that money to fund something. Complete horseshit. I can tell you this when.
Oh no, it was never like good funding.
So when Soviet Union fell, Armenia was one of the countries that was in the middle of the fucking Only Christian country in the middle of all the Muslim countries, bro. All the gates were closed. Russia said, you want to be fucking independent? We're going to close all the gates, which means there's no access to food, gas, electricity, or water. Everyone around you is Muslim, right? So when they did that, United States sent aid of fucking bananas to the zoo of Armenia to the monkeys. So the monkeys don't fucking die. Greenpeace sent bananas over. Guess what happened to those bananas? They fucking sold them on the street to people and collected the money. You know what I mean? There was no such thing as like donations that got there or we're sending X amount of money. There was all laundering of money, like going through saying that, oh, it's gonna help the people, or like, oh, we had to do this because we needed this for the infrastructure. Maybe 10% went to infrastructure. 90% was fucking laundered through offshores into their own bank accounts.
You know
Like-
what's one thing that like impresses me a lot? That the U.S. still has Guantanamo Bay in Cuba.
Well, yeah,
So there is a huge military presence in Cuba in a way.
yes. That's the only place they can do whatever they want to do and not be held accountable, right? I mean, until they got discovered.
That yeah.
Hey, speaking of Guantanamo Bay, apparently there was going to be an episode of a TV series, a docu-series about DeSantis and his time in Guantanamo Bay.
Wait.
But
What
Oh,
does
shit.
DeSantis have in
So the
Guantanamo?
opposition wanted to release that, but then they were strong enough to cancel that. Oh, damn.
yeah,
there's
it
some
got
plays there.
killed. The episode got killed.
Oh, did you see the fucking movie, the documentary Mel Gibson was gonna do on child trafficking and like the child porn, and that got fucking canceled quick. They didn't let that come out. Did you see that?
I don't know. Mel Gibson is also he has some wild fucking theories, so I can probably know why he got canceled.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Because there's a lot of docu-series about that. It fucks your life after you watch them, but you know.
So Alejandro, I know you were probably tired as fuck, but any crazy like party stories?
I'm not tired.
No,
shit.
no, 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 no. Like in the ship.
Crazy stories. I know somebody took a shit in the ship, like outside the ship, where you're not supposed to take a shit.
Well, like into the water
No, like on the deck.
on a deck.
Yeah.
They cleaned it
On the
up or
poop
someone
deck.
else cleaned it up?
They make somebody else clean it up. You know, they
Damn.
got a smoke deck, and then beside the smoke deck, on the side of the ship, this is enclosed. This
Smoke
is-
deck. I'm guessing that's where everybody goes to smoke
yeah,
cigarettes.
Yeah, it's enclosed, and there's an area where you go midship. So somebody took a shit next to where you smoke. It was like a big ass pile of shit.
Why?
There. I don't
Someone
know.
said fuck the smokers.
I don't know.
So wait. So okay. So if you're smoking cigarettes, they will let you take your break even though you're working to go.
No, you have to find your own time and do it. But you can't go smoke whatever time you want. It's like a normal job, but you gotta do your job first.
Did they ever catch people on the top, like the lookout smoking up there? Or are they allowed
They
to?
vape. You get a vape. Oh, vapes are currency too.
Yeah.
You can sell a vape for $100.
$100?
Yeah. Those disposable ones.
Uh huh.
$100.
$100?
$100. Yeah.
So if
And
somebody knew you
bring?
had.
Do you just bring like a box? Do
Fucking
people
You're
just?
supposed to have it in the ship. You're
Ah.
supposed to have a vape in the ship because it's electric. It can explode and cause a fire. So like if you have a vape, you get in trouble.
But those guys up there, they just vape.
The people that does have vapes and then they run out of vape. After 6 months, you don't have vapes. Maybe you didn't get nothing or.
So,
You're just like, hey,
Did
bro,
you-
hey, homie, you
did
know
have
anybody that sells
people
vapes?
That just bought
Yeah.
them and brought them just to sell, didn't even use them.
I did.
But you use the vape, don't you?
Look, I
Speaking of
I
that,
got the
that's-
movies, I
What
got the snacks, I got the Red Bulls, I got the.
oh,
vapes.
this man was the plug.
Yeah, that's.
How do you think he bought his?
Wait,
how do you
allegedly.
think he bought his Mercedes?
Nah, that's a different. But yeah, usually like people usually don't take much stuff, but I did. Shit, I had space because you don't really have space. Have you ever seen the bunk beds? It's like this big, and then you can't even fit. It's the shit.
So
Bro, if you shot up out of bed, you bust your fucking head
No,
open.
you have straps. You have straps on the side. That's one of the best things in the ship too. Is sleeping. Sleeping in the ship in a storm. That's the best sleep you're ever gonna get in your life.
Really?
Yeah?
I would
Yeah,
think so.
best sleep ever.
Because it
When-
cradles you like.
Yeah, it depends if you sleeping like sideways, maybe not really because you bouncing
So you guys were in some bad
But if
storms
you're
from time to
vertical with the
time.
ship,
Vertical, that's the best because it's like,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like a little baby. So that's the best one. That's the best sleep
you know,
ever.
I noticed it's funny. Like for example, like we were talking about it 1 week ago, I went out on my boss's boat. We went fishing. We went like 12, 15 miles out, and it was a pretty choppy day. Once I got like towards noon, like 2-3 foot waves, and I noticed that night I sleep and it's like
Yeah, like
you feel it. You still feel it,
best sleep ever.
and it's the
then-
best sleep ever. And if it's raining plus that, oh, the best.
See, we went to Alaska. We went to pretty rough seas. The side of the ship, you could touch the water being on the bridge,
Really.
like sideways,
That's pretty
front
bad.
ways and side and back ways.
So where do you
It was
guys?
bad.
Okay, so you know I've seen videos of like the ships rocking really bad.
That's
and where,
bad.
and
That's
where are
super
you
bad.
guys at when that shit's happening?
What do you mean, like me?
Yeah.
Driving the ship.
No, but I'm saying like everybody else, like where are they just doing work while that shit's happening?
Yeah, you have to do what you can. The front of the ship is the worst part. That's where
Yeah.
I used to work.
Yeah.
At the beginning. That's the worst part. But you get used to it.
So, did you ever try, like, when the ship goes up on a wave and
Yeah,
then goes down, you
jump.
jump up?
Hell yeah. Somebody I think got hurt doing that, and then he got in trouble.
Imagine
That's
getting
called
hurt
fuck
and
around
getting
and
in trouble.
find out. That's like when you get hurt as a kid. You
Yeah,
come
you-
back, and like, dumbass, don't do it again.
Yeah, and some I got a crazy story actually. I just remembered.
Okay,
we went to
you like
Alaska.
this?
This is weird, but it's true. Okay, it's true. I was driving the ship. And it was like 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. in the morning. It was fucking dark. You can only see the moon. Like out of nowhere, you see a flashlight on the bridge.
Could you
There's
see the
nothing
northern
around.
lights?
No.
No.
There is nothing around the ship. No other ships or nobody. And then you see a big ass flashlight in front of you. Like the whole fucking bridge was lighted up. Now I got scared and I was like, what the fuck is that? And nobody knew what it was, but it was nothing. That's fucking crazy. Whew. That's a
We
crazy
just
story.
got a story right there. It was nothing.
It was nothing. And nobody talked about it. They're like, oh, we saw a fucking flashlight in the middle of nowhere? Okay. Don't even write it down. Just let it be. Like,
What?
just like that. And I was like, that's crazy. Most people don't believe it, but it's true.
So when you say flashlight, you're talking about like a
Like
big
a
spotlight.
Yeah,
Like a
spotlight.
very, very bright.
Yeah, very bright. And you're in the middle of nowhere.
But you couldn't see where the spotlight was coming from.
No, you couldn't see. It's like whenever you see a...
It's dark as fuck
Yeah,
there.
it's dark.
But it was coming clearly from the top up above
No,
you,
For front.
from in front of you.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Like whenever you see a car driving
Coming,
by,
yeah.
something like that, yeah.
And
So you
nothing
guys
was
don't
on the
have night
radars.
vision?
Nothing.
Nothing.
You don't have night vision to
We
see?
do, but we didn't see nothing.
Damn.
We had like different cameras.
That's crazy.
Get the fuck
That's
out of here, yo!
crazy, bro.
Yeah, nah.
Alaska was crazy.
The government is bullshitting us.
Alaska is crazy. Hell no. You can see a lot of crazy shit in Alaska. See fucking lights just doing like this in the sea, not on the ocean, but in the sky.
Yeah,
See lights.
Aurora Borealis.
No, that's not a fucking aurora. Hell no.
Isn't that? Oh no, that's not Alaska. That's
That's
on the poles.
You talking about the green lights?
Yeah, Aurora Borealis. Is that?
Aurora-
Yeah,
Aurora
that's in
Borealis.
the
We
poles.
didn't get that far.
Yeah, that's in the poles.
So we were going to Alaska.
Yeah, Alaska.
Yeah, Alaska. Then the day before we pull in, there was a Russian ship, going to the equator, I think. And then we were in Alaska. You know, Alaska and the equator is pretty fucking far. They were like, the day before we pull in, they were like, nah, we're not pulling in no more. We have to follow this ship. So this 30 day on the way turned into like 90 day on the way, 99 day. So we had to follow the ship from Alaska to the equator, then the equator back to San Diego.
Wow.
And then you go from being really fucking cold to like really fucking hot. That's the
Within
worst.
like couple of days.
Within a couple days, and then the time changes.
Yeah.
So if you don't watch from 8 to 12 and the time changes at 12, going back, you don't
Oh,
watch your 5
fuck
hours.
you.
You get fucked.
Shit.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah,
dick.
the time changes, and then whenever you go back to land, nothing is moving. That's like really weird feeling. 'Cause
Yeah.
everything is moving every day.
And
Since
so
you
you're
wake up-
constantly used to shifting your balance.
Yeah, you can't sleep. I couldn't sleep for like what 3 months after we pull in.
Really?
Yeah, we were out for like 5 months after that.
It was difficult
Shit.
as fuck to get used to that at
It's
the beginning,
difficult,
huh?
yeah.
To get used to what?
To just
not being on land.
just the military lifestyle in general, like being out at sea on a ship. That must have been an interesting experience, I would say.
Yeah, the worst part is like whenever you 3 weeks into it, and then that fucking girl that looks like a 4 is like a 6 now. After 3 months, she's a 10.
Oh. So what you're saying is the Navy
Oh,
kind of
shit.
lowers your standards a little bit?
After 3 months, bro, you gotta do what you gotta do.
So
Yo.
so was there a girl that everybody kind of knew? She was very friendly on a ship.
There was a girl who got caught having sex twice.
Damn,
Different
not
guys
once,
each time?
Not once.
I don't know if it was the same guy because they wasn't supposed to talk about it, but they got caught in
Well, you can't smash on a boat.
no,
No.
you working.
I thought we were on a cruise.
But when you're sleeping, because
You
you're not
sleep
working.
with men and females sleep with females, so it's like separate. So like you can't have contact with women like that. And
They
there's
don't want to
places you
lose
can
a
go hide.
soldier for 9 months.
Yeah, for pregnancy. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I know people that got pregnant during deployment. And then they were married.
Shit.
They were married.
Shit,
And they got
I-
pregnant.
Well, can they smash?
They
Whoa,
No,
you
I don't
imagine?
know about married people in the ship. I think if you're married in the ship, they move you to another ship so that you can be together with the same person.
Biggie.
I gotcha. Oh, you're saying they were married, but they got pregnant. Their husbands or wives were somewhere else.
Yeah, the husband was somewhere else and she got pregnant and then they got divorced. I don't know how he kept his rank because you're supposed to lose a rank and then half pay for 40 days or something like that, and then you get restriction for 40 days. So I don't know why he kept his rank, but he did. And then she got caught again, and nothing happened. I don't know. I never heard about it
Maybe
again.
in the office when they said, "Why did you do it?" She just went down on the knees into this position.
I don't
of-
know about that. But once you see somebody on deployment and they're wearing their uniform, they got in trouble. And a lot of people got in trouble. They got in fights, selling steroids, drugs.
Drugs. Well, I guess if they're getting vapes and tapes on there.
Did you have like PT requirements on the boat?
Shit, if you fail, it's on you, man. Like, some divisions they have the PT maybe like once in a week or twice in a month, maybe. But
What do you do? Just like run around the boat, or is there like a gym?
I used to walk like 3 miles. It's a small ship. I used to walk 3 miles a day in the ship. I don't know how, but going upstairs, downstairs, moving around. But I used to walk a lot. You might not think you walk a lot, but you do. But that's the easiest job I ever had in my life. Easy. You do whatever they tell you. That's it.
Was it difficult getting used to when you came back on land? From
Yeah,
that?
I couldn't sleep for like 4 months.
No, not the sleeping part. Like, acclimating, getting a new job, or like, because now nobody's telling you to do shit. You kind of like doing it on your own.
No, for me, I had rank, so I couldn't tell people what to do. So for me, it's different. Once you get to a certain rank, you get more leadership. You get more
What was your rank?
E5.
E5. Okay.
Yeah, I ranked up pretty fast. That was, I don't know how I did it, but I did. I ranked up pretty fast, and then everything just was easy for me, I guess. Too easy for me, and then I wanted to do something harder, I guess, like school. Reading a book is hard, I guess.
So you like the challenging stuff?
Yeah, I like challenging stuff. It's
What, like
always
reading a
easy.
book?
No,
No, I'm
like
joking. I'm
reading-
joking.
Yeah, I used to read a lot, and I joined the Navy, and I was like, man, I'm gonna be here for 20 years. This shit easy. And I was like, nah, man, I need something harder to do. I don't know, make money somewhere else, meet people. I don't know.
Well, on the bright side, you did get some benefits from the government.
She.
Some.
It ain't
Some-
shit,
no,
bro.
some
Really,
governments,
those
a lot.
benefits ain't shit.
I
I
mean,
mean,
I-
you do have a little bit of a GI Bill afterwards, which is
Exactly.
gonna
That's
last
what I'm.
for 4 or
That's
5
what I'm
years
referring
maximum.
to.
Yeah, but you pay for college. I think you pay $100 every month for the first year, and then you get the scholarship. I don't know if that's a G11 or 911, whatever. But I know you have to pay for it, and then they give it to you. If you don't pay for it, you don't give it. You don't get it. I don't know. I don't know about all that too much, but I know the school is free, kinda.
Kind of.
So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, right now I'm on break.
But what do you
I'm
want
trying
to
to
do?
get used to it. Computer science, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Something with computers.
I wanted to ask you. You still have like your PC setup?
Yeah.
What kind of setup do you have?
I got a 2080 Super i9 i something 11,000 I think. It's
11.
old gen, yeah. 32
Yeah, that's a good.
gigabytes of RAM.
That's a good setup though. That's a
It's
really
pretty
good solid
yeah.
setup. I
It's
mean, you.
expensive but shit.
Yeah. It's funny though because you look at your computer, right? Like I built mine and just the price tag you put on it, and then a year later it's just like half the price.
Yeah, remember when the 3090 came out? Like 30 gigabyte came out.
We were working at Best Buy.
Yeah, I bought my 2080, and then a month later the 30 came out, and I was like, bro, you couldn't get it anyways, but shit.
Yeah.
What's
And
cheaper?
like when the 30 series came out, like you just couldn't get graphics cards at all,
Yeah, at all.
and you couldn't even
Can
get
you
a
still
20.
get it now?
Well,
No, you
get 'em
can.
now. You can get them now.
You can get them now, and the crazy part is though is that 30 series is still a little overpriced in some certain ones. Like the mid
I would
end.
say though, going from 20 to 30 compared from 30 to 40 is a lot more beneficial because if you have a 30 series, you're good. You don't need to upgrade
I
to
don't
the
think
new
there's
40.
a lot of games that take advantage of the graphics cards.
Well, this is
There's not many games.
this is the thing is, for example, if you have something like a 20 series and 11th gen, you could probably see some benefits going to a 30 series, but you really do have to stay like very current with CPU and GPU combination to see the
And depending
benefits.
on your monitor too, because
And
like if you're
yes.
jumping up the graphics and don't have the monitor to acquire it.
And it's weird too because you have bottlenecks that'll happen in certain resolutions, but others that won't. So if you have like a really high end system, you're gonna get bottlenecks automatically in like 4K because just like the graphics card can probably handle really high support, but the CPUs just aren't there. Now, if you get like a high end CPU, you could run 2K with like full potential on both sides, but it's just not worth it. Like for example, I 100% agree with what he said. If you have a 3070 and up, you really don't need to upgrade with the 5000 series. I would say if
The
you just
5000 came out already?
yeah, they have.
Damn.
Sorry, not 5,000. Sorry, 4,000.
40, yeah.
I'm gonna say 5,000.
Yeah, no.
It's probably dropping soon.
It'll
Wow,
come out.
that's-
It'll come
that's
out
too
at the end.
much.
It'll probably come out at the end of next year.
That's
I
a
would
whole
say.
fridge.
And
Probably
no, they're
is.
gonna be huge. They already started releasing
that's a whole
photos.
fridge.
Whole entire block.
They're talking about 4.5 stack.
God
Yeah.
damn.
Oh
So-
shit, Peruano was in the chat. He goes
Yeah.
to Colombia, Tesla.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
talked about
hashtag
Tesla
Peruano
earlier.
if you're there.
Yeah.
I've been talking about I want to upgrade my system just because I have a 3080, but I have also a 3700X, which is a little bit of an older CPU now. So I'm not falling behind. My setup's perfectly fine. I don't need to, but to get more potential out of my 3080.
He's the type of guy that looks at the frames and he's like, "Oh, I dropped 2 frames. I
No.
need a whole
This-
entire GPU."
This is my thing. Ready? Well, I mean, I got my GPU for free actually. Thanks for the hookup of my buddy Ozzy. He hooked me up. He was building a mining rig and he decided to let me get one of the
Is
cards.
that still a thing? Mining?
Not so much. That's why graphics cards went down in price.
Yeah, because I know people used to go crazy about mining setups and shit.
Yeah, that is the main reason why
here's the
graphics
fucking
cards were
problem with all the
expensive.
mining shit and stuff like that, right? Like somebody will do it in the beginning because they're into it. They're like, "This is what I want to do," and they'll like fucking grind through it, do it, and then become successful at doing it. Everyone and their fucking mother decides to jump into it, and they jump into it, and they don't see the fucking benefit of it. But like, just like with anything in the world, like you see somebody's doing really well, everybody tries to jump on it and do that, and that strategy doesn't work anymore. Like, you know, if you were one of the first ones to follow them and do it, yeah, you'll have some success, but like unless you're coming up with unless you're the one that came up with this idea, you know, because like how many of those fucking mining rigs are being sold right now? Everybody bought fucking mining rigs.
Yeah,
and
they're expensive.
That's
too.
what I was gonna say earlier. So like when you look at 30 series, the mid level is like good pricing, right? So like if you wanted to buy a 3080 or 3070, 3070 Ti, you can get some good deals. Like it's basically MSRP, right? It's not overpriced. Low end 3060, 3060 Ti, they're still a little overpriced, and then the high end 30 series is still a little overpriced. But then you go over to AMD and you look at what their top tier was for the time, which was their 6000. So 6000 and 3000 matched up. They came out at the same time. Their 6950 XT, which is their top end card of that series, is only like $700.
I found it funny how people tried getting graphics cards and they wanted to get their hands on whatever they could get during that time. And
Me?
people would come in and they would be like,
Damn.
"Yo, I'm looking to get mining rig going. What do I need?" It's like, dude, you need a shit ton of information. Like, you're not just gonna
What
come
are you
into
mining?
Best Buy and have somebody build
yeah,
you a
fuck you,
rig.
dude. Fuck you, dude. No, go do your research, bro. Like, you want to come into Best Buy and have someone to teach you how to like do a mining? No, fuck you.
Hell, now you can
10%.
just go on Amazon, type in mining rig, and get the whole
That's
shit.
your job to consult them what they need to
No,
buy.
you
no?
know why? You know why? Because we don't sell the stuff for mining rigs, so I'm not supposed to know that shit. Fuck
Oh,
you.
then you tell them, hey, listen, we don't sell the stuff for mining rigs. These are the things that I sell, but then you need to figure out what you need to buy rest.
Yeah.
Here's the list that you can buy here.
That's technically what we did.
That's
or I
what
would
we
try
did.
and hook them up with somebody that
I
actually
mean, I would
did do it.
if
Why
someone
not
came
at
in
that point?
and they were telling me when I worked at Best Buy, right, for the 8-9 months I worked at Best Buy, when someone would come in and be like, I want to build a mining rig. First, you need like minimum of at least 5 to 6 graphics cards to even say you're getting into slight worth it. Not even really. You can't get that right now because you can't get graphics cards. You probably can't even get on 1, let alone 5 or 6, or really like 8 or more to say, okay, I'm gonna get into mining.
I did have a guy that was super successful with it though, and like he came in and he bought a bunch of shit. for it.
Bullshit, bro. I don't believe that, man. It's just like the gamblers, man. You know, gamblers.
Hey,
always tell you
it's
when
a
they fucking
popular.
winning, they would tell you when
It's
they're
it's all
losing.
about popularity
It
because
was
now it's
popular at
dead,
the time,
right?
Yeah, now
Yeah.
it's
But
nobody's doing
people are making money off
It's
of
an
it.
I know.
But guess what? Those guys that were still fucking mining,
Because this is the second time it's happened again. I think it will happen again.
yeah, those guys that are fucking mining right now, that had the miners set up back in the day, those fucking warehouses, they're still mining.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're losing their ass, but they're mining.
Yeah, they're still doing it. Those
They're
big
still
ass
But
doing
warehouses
the
are
crypto
still-
market's just like Wall Street.
Yeah.
We have bear and bull markets.
Well,
you know?
I think crypto is
That
a
shit
little
just
more.
went down like NFTs. NFTs like
Yeah.
It's all part of that. Yeah, the blockchain.
Well, see,
and
the
all
big
shit.
thing with those is they were very easy to scam. So
Yes.
a lot of them were scams.
Yes.
So it
Like
just
Logan Paul.
destroyed.
Yep.
And
a lot of
we're
the
starting to see that
trust.
with crypto now
I mean,
too.
what Logan Paul did with the Polaroids, the NFTs, those NFTs are actually dope as hell because it's something you can actually have. You guys,
It's just
are
a
you
piece
guys
of art.
exactly?
No, man, come on, man.
But it's
All
like
of
an
that-
actual physical.
$50,000 for a picture.
All
Yeah.
of that shit.
Well, I mean, they went for
Just like
50,
art, just
80,
like fucking high-end
100,000.
watches, just like art and just like high-end fucking watches is a way for somebody to give somebody the money that they owe, but make it fucking legal. I have this fucking NFT. I'm gonna sell it to you for $300 million.
Damn.
But they're saying it that they're gonna sell it to you for $300 million. The guy actually owes him $300 million, so he's gonna sell him this fucking NFT for 300. No, it's a fucking legal wash. That's what NFTs are. Like, you know, there's some people that like try to make arbitrage in between buy here and sell there. Like, they're not really gonna hang on to it. But those Logan Paul Polaroids and all that shit, come on, man. Like, they came out with those fucking space monkeys, went overnight to $800,000 per pop. Do you really think they're that fucking popular that they went out to $800,000 a pop? Or people were just like fucking buying and selling the shit because they owed each other money? You know what I mean?
I mean, Trump made bank off his NFTs, and that was like after the NFT popularity. So
Like
Yeah, again, you know, it was probably a legal way of fucking
No. Do
acquiring
you like
money.
Trump?
I don't know him, so I don't know.
He's like, he
I
never.
like that answer. I like that answer.
He's like, he never bought me a
like him.
sandwich, so I don't
You
know.
like Trump?
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
The president
Like
or
McDonald's.
the mayor of Miami, Suarez, is running for president now.
Yes, he is. But did you
Which-
see that 15-week ban
Look,
that he put on abortion?
The what?
The 15-week ban on abortion?
Elaborate. I'm not familiar.
So he just came out talking about putting a 15-week ban on abortion, which means they can, like, after 15 weeks, you cannot abort the baby.
I can agree with that.
No, whether you can agree with that or not, literally, like, why do you think politicians try to win the female vote? Because female votes literally swing elections.
Sure. And
Female vote
look,
swings
I've
elections.
never voted before, but I feel like if I vote, I'm gonna put my vote for Suarez. He did a really good job during COVID. He's done a lot of great things for the city.
No, Suarez wouldn't be able to do shit if fucking what's his name DeSantis didn't have the Florida codes in place. Because if Suarez was going against DeSantis, like in some code, like he would have heard about it. But Suarez just rode the coattail, right? Like I don't know if Suarez. I think he's just trying, but
Yeah, I
don't
think
see
he's
it.
just trying to,
I don't
but he
see
also did get this encouragement from the Nelk Boys, so they're definitely getting some promo.
So, motherfucker,
How is Donnie
so
doing?
you gonna vote for Suarez because Nelk Boys voted for
No,
Suarez?
no,
How
I,
is-
I did a bit of research into what he's done, and he's
Well, he
ain't
he
done
has
shit.
his own podcast.
How
as
is
well.
Donnie doing in his incarceration?
Donnie's actually for
He's
Donnie.
not incarcerated.
Yeah, he's not incarcerated.
He's just in custody.
Detained, right?
They
Right.
dropped
Yeah.
the tax probe case for Mar-a-Lago. Was it Mar-a-Lago or something like that? They dropped one of the tax probe cases basically. So, and the headline of the news was a rare win for Donnie.
But his former chief of staff says he's scared shitless right now. But if these speculations are true, he's in a very Trump positive court because the federal judge has come out in his favor multiple times. Like publicly, she even said, "I don't know why he was charged with these." And even if that, there's no minimum charge for those federal crimes, so he could still be charged with those crimes and never see a single day in jail.
Okay.
The house
Still
arrest or
still a
something?
dub.
Yeah,
They could walk. They could be like, "Yeah, guilty to every single thing." See you later.
And I bet you if that happens, he's still gonna come out and be like, "I beat the charges. I beat the charges." No, you were charged.
So- So this
You
is
just didn't serve jail.
this is what's most likely gonna happen. They're gonna show that they gave him a slap on the wrist, but they're not gonna fucking put him in jail because the minute they put him in jail, there might be a civil war. There's a big chance of the civil war erupting.
There's not gonna be a civil war. No. Look outside the courthouses the last 2 times he was arraigned. It's not big enough anymore. His cult has fallen hard.
Talking about Trump?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, whenever that thing happened with him, whenever he lost, I was on the way. I didn't know they did the whole thing with Washington D.C. and then people.
The
died.
Capitol, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I just recently watched that. That's pretty cool.
You think it's cool?
I've never seen it before. Shit, it's new. I like it.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. I don't know, man. This whole thing is fucking. I'm kind of disappointed by every single one of those motherfuckers. Like I literally disappointed. Like now, finally got the fucking right to vote. I am proud citizen. Like I want to vote. You know, I voted for the past 2 times, 2 elections. I kind of want to like exercise my options, and now I'm like, the fuck do I do? You know what I mean? Because I don't like either one of them. So who the fuck do I vote for?
Suarez.
You speak one.
If I vote for the non-denomination ones that are currently non-denomination,
Independent.
you know what I mean?
That doesn't make
Independent.
sense. It doesn't make
Independence.
sense. You just you might as well not vote.
Vote for Harambe.
Yeah, Harambe, yeah.
You might as well,
Yeah,
or-
it's really you're throwing away your
You-
vote.
you're
And
just
even
throwing
in
away
your
your vote.
state, to be honest, if you vote for anything that's not Republican, you're throwing away your vote because of the Electoral College.
What?
If you're not a swing state in America, your vote does not matter.
Yes. If you're not a swing state, your vote does not matter because they kind of know they're going to win that. So the only thing that they're working on is the actual swing states.
Yeah, and
Which
like
we
a
are.
lot of
Are
Which
we a
we
swing
are.
a lot
state?
of
We are.
yeah, Florida's
Florida's
a big swing state. Yeah,
Florida, Texas, Minnesota, I think.
right.
Philadelphia.
Because like for Obama, Florida went really blue, and then you know
Okay.
flipped later on in life, and
Philadelphia. is another
not
one.
Kansas, yeah, Pennsylvania,
Pennsylvania.
I think
I don't know, man.
Arizona.
Arizona is another swing state.
Do we go with do we go with the guy that fumbles his words, or do we go with the reality TV show star?
Reality TV show.
Here, let me
get
break it down for you, right? We got a known criminal, right, or a lifetime politician.
Mm-hmm.
The known criminal.
Well, no. You got to break it down like this. You have a known criminal in Kamala.
No.
Because we don't have the lifetime
talking-
politician. You know he
we
ain't
do.
fucking... We don't, because he's not coherent.
Biden has careered he's
Yeah, but-
literally been in politics
He's
for
talking-
years.
But he's not coherent. Like
He's
there's
talking
no
about
way.
now.
But see, that's the thing. People love to say he's not coherent, but he just made the Speaker of the House, who is a Republican and massively against it, do exactly what he wanted because he knows how to use politics. Would you want to vote in a politician for a political role or a clown?
Wow,
I agree.
sounds fun.
No,
A
like,
lot of America
the-
nowadays
the-
wants clown.
what good does what good does the clown do except for make us look more stupid? We look
Except for add 25% to our deficit, more than any other president in history.
Be fun though. You suffer.
Well, no, no,
you
no,
laugh
no,
at
no,
the
no,
same
no, no.
time.
That, see, this. I don't know if he was the one that added it, right? Because
No, he did.
I,
He did.
It,
And also the tax
Uh,
cuts in 2017 that they added. Who do you think pays for that when they tax cut the rich?
well,
The
that's-
middle class
we're not
and
gonna
the
feel
poor.
that. We're not gonna feel that till about 8 years into it. Every time a president takes some sort of a rule, they put some sort of a rule ahead.
What do you mean?
don't really
We're
notice.
already feeling it.
You don't notice it
People
till
that
about
just
4 to
did their
8 years.
taxes in 2023 just felt it because
Yeah.
that's when it went into effect.
Yeah, I did just fine.
I don't do taxes.
No different.
He said I don't do taxes.
I did just fine. No different than from last year.
I mean, that's good for you, but like, you know,
No, see, I think.
if you go and look through overall,
Yeah, but I think what's happening here is the question is whether you're voting for Kamala or you're voting for Trump.
Who's Kamala?
Kamala is the vice president for Biden.
but then once again, you're trying to play that, but Trump is the same age that he was when Biden was too old to run.
No,
back
I
when
get
they
that.
ran against each
I
other
get
the
that.
first
No,
time.
no. What
Look,
I'm saying is
this
not
is
it's
my
not a
thing.
choice.
He had a
between Biden and Trump.
cohesion test and couldn't even remember what the test was
Ready?
when he tried to
Ready?
explain it on
So-
on the TV.
Ready?
Yeah, no.
I
I'm not saying
say
it's not
I
good.
say Sleepy Joe, and I say these things, but I will 100% believe that Donald Trump is just what, less than 5 years younger than him.
Yeah.
So he'll be his age at the end of
Yes.
the thing. So what is he talking all this shit? We've seen Trump stumble on his words plenty of fucking times. Plenty of times. What are they doing? They're finding their thing on Biden and blowing it up. That's all they're
Exactly,
doing.
but
They're blowing it up
let's
when Trump
let's look
did it.
at let's
And
look
yeah,
at
they're blowing up
Trump's
on
They made a
Trump.
daily
whole thing
thing.
about him drinking out of the bottle of water, bro.
Okay, ready? Where there's smoke, there's fire. Ready? Where there's smoke,
Yeah.
there's fire. So clearly,
No,
Biden
sometimes
does.
there's smoke and there's no fire.
No, listen. Where there's smoke, there's fire in this sense. Where
But see, that's the thing.
Biden does stumble on his words. They're just blowing it up.
Trump Biden
is
also
Trump-
stumbles and falls on his face. I mean,
Trump-
Yeah, but he
hey.
also runs how many miles a day or bikes when Trump never got out of bed and just watched Fox
Trump-
News and ate
Trump
fast
is
food?
a clown, and he's just because they're blowing it out of proportion doesn't mean he's not a clown.
Yeah, but
Why
see,
no?
it's not funny.
How are they
guys,
blowing it out of
stupid.
proportion? The shit he says is so outrageous that they don't have to edit
but see,
it.
this is the thing. You guys saying Trump and Biden. It's not Trump and Biden. It's Trump and Kamala. Like,
How?
there's no Biden. There's no Biden
How?
there because vice president literally has the right to call a president incapacitated and literally tell that you're not a
that's-
president anymore.
That has to also be through Congress, and there's a lot of steps.
And
when it
that's where
comes
it's
to that.
fucking heading because Biden is gonna be incapacitated. within the
And
next
guess
year or two.
who? Guess whose cabinet
Mhm.
and members of Congress wanted to invoke that on? Donnie.
Yeah, but they'll fucking.
They
also
talked
wanted
about
to arrest
invoking
him.
that
Yeah,
on
of course.
Donnie.
Well, they, of
His
course they did.
own people. His own people.
Well, of course they did, but we all knew that's not the case. They just wanted to get rid of him. I understand.
How?
What do you mean we all knew that the case? We just talked
We-
about how he stumbles on his words just like Biden does.
Literally, this whole documents case could have been avoided, right?
Yeah.
This whole federal charges could have been avoided. He had a lawyer that came to him and was like, look, this could be something serious. We just need to let them come in, take whatever they need, and leave. It'll be done. And even the National Archives said, hey, if we get unmitigated access to see the files that we claim are ours, we can divvy out what's presidential records in court. He was like, no, I'm going to listen to this one lawyer that said I was ex-president, so I can do whatever the fuck I want. And now look where he got him.
No, I
Even
mean-
Bill Barr, his head of fucking the DOJ, was like, man fucked himself. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not saying that all these things didn't happen. And I'm agreeing with everything you guys said until you guys say that it's Biden and Donnie. It's not Biden and Donnie. It's not. It's Kamala
Then-
and Donnie.
How is Biden doing these political bipartisan plays right now? Do you think this just all made up?
It's not all made up. It's actually whose back you're washing, and I understand how that works. Like you give a little something and you get a little something. But the point is, how long is he going to be
Compared
able
to
to do that?
Trump, who didn't.
Who didn't do any of that shit? Yeah,
No, he
he
just
didn't do
did
any of that
whatever was
shit.
good for him
But
and his
I'm
family.
not saying that.
And
I'm not saying he
Jared
should.
Kushner left with $2 billion from the Saudis.
Yeah, but I'm not saying I'm not I'm not what is it? I'm not in favor of Donnie, nor am I in favor of Biden equally.
But you won't even put Biden up there. You
I
say it's
wouldn't.
Kamala.
No, I wouldn't. I think
Which
they're the same.
they
fucking side of
haven't
the
even
coin.
confirmed that Kamala will be running with him
I thought they
again.
did with the tweet.
I thought it did too.
I'm sure they. I thought they
Now,
did.
if
That's a
Kamala,
tentative
if
thing
Kamala is
until
not running
the
because
primaries.
now if Kamala is not running because she's an extremist, if Kamala is not running, I will at that point I could say, okay, well let's see what's gonna come of this and who are gonna be the vice presidents because either one of them are just
Extremists?
complete shit. Yeah, she's an
Kamala's a
extreme
cop.
liberal. She's an extremist liberal.
She's
bro.
not. She's a cop. She put people away from marijuana charges. She's a
She-
cop.
Yeah,
So
she's an extremist with huge.
he's a
ties,
corporate
huge family
Democrat.
ties.
She's a cop.
With
compared
huge
to
family
the
ties to
clown
fucking,
And all the money he made from his presidency.
yeah, well, I mean,
And
they
not
all
only
make
him,
money.
his fucking well,
Well, they all make money, man.
how they make that money.
Biden's son made this money in Ukraine with their whole thing. Like they made money. It's just like not directly
Alex-
tied to Donnie,
Alex,
but they
did
made
you
money.
go and vote last term?
Yeah.
Yeah, you voted.
Alex
for,
didn't vote.
you
Are you
voted for
serious,
Joe?
bro?
Oh, I don't. The fucking presidency is not what fucking matters. It's your local government that
it's
matters,
your local government that matters, really.
right?
Yes.
Because if you change local government, you can change a whole fucking state. But it's just people coming in and actually caring, because that's what they want you to do. They want you to care about the presidency and not give a fuck about your local
Yeah, this
government,
is
so
why-
they can do whatever they want.
This is why Charlie Crist was the fucking governor for years and years and years for state of Florida. Because nobody gives a shit about that.
Right?
Yeah, so
It's
that's,
because they're just like, oh yeah, that's a name I know. Check.
All right, well, we went 2 hours today. I think we're good for today, boys. Good stuff.
thanks for coming
Thank
in,
you,
Alejandro.
Alejandro, for coming, bro.
Thank you.
We'll have you out again if you'd like. Appreciate it, brother.
Thanks, man. No, we just try to kind of keep it cut it short because it is 12 o'clock and not a lot of people are up this late, to watch and whatnot. So
They'll watch later though.
yeah,
Yeah.
they'll watch later.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you,
everybody.
Thanks
guys,
again,
for
guys.
coming.
Episode 51. Wait for episode 52. Who we got?
Oh, I'm gonna
Yeah.
pick up.
Don't say what.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Pick
Don't
up
say
the-
what.
I'm gonna pick up.
So,
the
but
thing
we do
tomorrow.
have a guest, right? And it's a her, and she's an artist.
We're working on it. I'll
we're
talk to her
working on it,
tomorrow.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So maybe we have a guest
Hey,
tomorrow. It's a her, and it's an
Not
artist.
tomorrow. It's not gonna be tomorrow. I'm only picking.
Well,
up.
not tomorrow. Tuesday.
You're gonna be doing this stuff for in your house Sunday, so we're not gonna do nothing Sunday.
Oh yeah, we can. Well, we can carve out 2 hours in between. I can carve out 2 hours.
What are you doing Saturday? You guys doing something Saturday? That?
I don't know because isn't that your sister's birthday?
I thought it was Friday tomorrow.
It is Friday, but then I think
The
I don't know.
day- the day
let's. I'll let you know for sure if we're gonna move it to Saturday
Let
or
me know.
Sunday.
I'll help out to progress more.
It's up to you. I'm gonna be there. The only thing is just opening the here. Pull up the picture and I'll show you what I'm talking about. You have it in a Discord. Like, sorry guys, last 5 minutes, so you can kind of see what's going on.
You
Alright,
need to
so-
release the
So
time
you
lapse.
don't have to guess what I'm talking about. So this is part of the kitchen, right? Like what you see right now. This were all cabinets on the left and the right. We remove all that shit. And in that brown part on the left-hand side, you see kind of in the middle and the left wall. That's all fucking glue, right? That needed to come off. So we put this fucking orange strip stuff on it to take it off. And on the bottom, the gray, that's the bottom part of the linoleum. When you pull the linoleum, top layer came off, bottom layer stayed. So we basically scraped all that off today. And then part of that brown gonna get covered by cabinets, so we're not gonna touch it. But part of it, which I scraped that, and then there's a little bit in the middle. So there's still rest of the kitchen that needs to come apart and put together.
Yeah.
And then the right wall, where you see that wall, is gonna go down. And also that blue part right there, that blue part is gonna go down too. So it's gonna get evened out. So the thing with this is, like, if we open a wall, I want to close it up, right? Like if I take out the wall on the right, I want to make sure there's no holes. It's all closed. Roof is all done and taken care of. Huh? It's home house improvements, and when I'm not really doing anything structural, so you don't need a permit for it, and it's your own, So You don't
Jay,
necessarily
do you want
need
me to tell you the truth?
Hmm.
You're absolutely wrong.
What do you
Yep.
mean? I'm not doing any
You're
construction.
absolutely wrong.
To do anything.
Bro, you need a permit to change the front door. Handle. Handle. The knob. Yes, the knob.
Ninja. Who
Ninja,
gets
yes.
permits to change the fucking handle?
I'm telling you, you're
Nobody.
supposed to.
Yeah, you're supposed. I mean, there's things that you're supposed to get permits for.
Unless you're selling the house, no.
Well, not even that. People gonna come in and like check.
If you are selling the house, like that could be something big because when you're gonna sell the house, you're gonna have an inspection done, and if when they go to do the inspection, they have the inspection that was done beforehand, and they'd be like, "Well, this wasn't here before."
I can tell you this for a fact. I knew a person that had their house redone completely. Rooms didn't even look like rooms, and bathrooms didn't look like what they did. Inspector came, looked at it, put a check mark, left.
A lot of inspectors like that. Other inspectors are annoying, checking every single screw
Yeah.
in every window.
So all I'm saying is, at this point, like the whole permit situation, do you need permits? Yeah, you technically need a permit to put fucking tile down, but it's your own home improvements. Like you don't really need that. Because bottom line is, when an inspector does come in and they say, "Well, this is wrong," you have to fix it before selling. You know what I mean?
Well, before even getting the permit passed, like for final inspection.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember doing some work for my house, and then you require a permit for everything. I was like, I'm not doing
Like
that.
my brother and I, we did our roof. We completely stripped the roof out and put a roof on. We pulled up permits. They came in twice. First time when you put the bottom layer on, and the second time when you put the top coat on. They come in twice. They looked at it. They say, "Yeah, no problem. Go ahead, continue doing it." But anything within the inside the house, they kind of like they have blinders for it, unless they're complete assholes about it. Like,
I don't know. I've seen a lot. I don't know. I've seen a lot of inspectors in interior still assholes.
I want to
Yeah.
turn my linoy to a room. I already
You're-
started
you're-
shit.
Your what?
My linoy,
Illinois?
el patio,
Oh, okay.
como que little
Yeah.
patio.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like a
you
room.
changing that, or you
Is that-
putting a
is
roof?
that big, something like that.
So, I don't know, man. I look at it this way. I feel like if you can pull permits, it depends on how big the job is going to be and where you live. And, you know, it's not really necessarily the job, just depending on it. So, for a roof, yeah, you're going to do like an addition.
Windows, you can think about permits because it is hurricane-proof shit. You know what I mean? Like, you do it properly. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, if windows, you're like, well, like, what's the big fucking deal about the floor or a doorknob? You
Well,
know what
I know
mean?
what you're saying. I wouldn't pull the permit, but
Yeah.
I'm saying for all that, you're supposed to. For everything.
My ninja, so why are you giving me a hard time?
My
No,
thing
I'm
is,
not.
whenever you hire somebody, they need a permit.
Yeah.
Whoever I called, they were like, no, you can do it without a permit. And if I already started it, they won't finish it or whatever. I have to finish myself.
Yeah, just fucking finish it yourself, bro. Fuck that.
And
It's cheaper. Tell you, when I did my roof, they came in
My
quoted
boss won't say.
$13,000.
My boss won't say all that.
Yeah, they came in quoted $13,000 on the roof.
He don't
I'm
give a fuck
like,
about
how
no
much we
permit.
can do this for? Cost me $4,500.
Well, it
Huh?
depends. Also, you live an hour and a half away. Fuck that.
$13,000 to do my roof. $13,000 to do my roof, and then we're like, how much is it gonna cost us? Cost us at the end of the day $4,500. It was like 3 times less, and we did the job just fine.
My roof was damaged, and then the store came, so we blame it on the storm. And we got the money.
Well, no, you didn't blame it on the storm. The storm damaged the roof,
storm
right?
damaged it,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot, sorry.
Yeah. This is the reason why in Florida we don't fucking have insurance.
I don't know. I think my stepdad doesn't have insurance on their house, and they can't get no roof or whatever. I think he's gonna do it himself.
He can do it himself.
I hope he get it right.
It's not that hard, just labor intensive, but it's not hard.
It's like
Roofing sucks.
Roofing
That's
does
the
suck.
one kind of work
It's
I
labor
won't do.
intensive, but it is not hard.
It's hot outside. Yeah,
It's hot as fuck. So if he's gonna do it, let him do it at the fucking winter time, cause it's colder, cooler, nicer to work with.
Yeah.
That's when we did it, like towards January. Easier.
All right, cool guys.
That's a
Closing,
big
any
dog.
closing remarks?
You
All right,
guys have
guys.
a good night.
Again, thank you again. On your way out,
Thank you,
guys.
bro, for
Like,
coming.
subscribe, all that good
Appreciate
stuff.
that.
Good talk. Thank you again, all. And on contact.
Have a good night.